I think let's start with an end. Let's start with an executive summary. Let's start with, hey, here's kind of like what you can get into. How's your day going? It's going. Oh, I've been busy. I've been doing nothing but prepping for this. I have a lot of different things to talk about. Birthday magic. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Zarase. Big number today. Um, so I do have a lot of houses to get to today. That I think are good examples of what you can do with housing. These are. I have a couple new ones I haven't ever shown off on the stream, as well as well as some of our previous contest winners or housing hike homes. So let me. Oh, I don't know if I should start with a new one. Let me start with this one as a good example of kind of what you can do with housing as far as how you can be thinking about it. So maybe starting with an executive summary. Here's kind of like goals. Goals with housing. Why be interested in housing, right? Because I think a lot of people overlook it. Oh, I have a meta joke. Nobody will understand it. It's not really the focus of the stream, but I have a joke at the end of the stream. I shouldn't frame it that way because now it kind of spoils it. But that's okay. So here's Jason Jelly. They were one of my winners from a contest a while back. All my contests are up on my website. We had a contest called Beautiful Bedrooms, and it seems like Jason Jelly actually kind of like cannibalized the entirety of her house to make this happen. One of my favorite houses. Here's what you can do with housing, right? You can make it into a beautiful, relaxing spot for yourself. Now, a lot of the houses that I'm going to be showcasing today, let me go ahead and hide this for now. Just kind of keep in mind you can get your moo in the chat for the giveaways that will get you in for all the giveaways as long as it doesn't break. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. It's not set up yet. I'm sorry. I had to go and fix the throbby thing. It's now set up. I'm sorry about that. If you moved before, moo again. Moo in chat to qualify for all of the prize drawings here. Right here. Right there. Go ahead and move that, and I'll not mess with Nightbot going forward. Just do, like, the 5 winners. I do have a mystery prize to be announced. So here's executive summaries. Executive summary is this. You can make a house like this. You can personalize it. You can add all these things that mean things to you. You can cobble things together. Is there a thing like this in ESO? Not anything modern like this. Do you want to kind of modify things? Maybe you lay out your plans, lay out markers on a map. Maybe make a beautiful bed. Instead of just plunking down any old bed and calling it okay, maybe make something custom. Maybe put some art on the wall. Making these 3-dimensional models into this more 2-dimensional thing, right? So there we have a little moppet in a basket. Bit of artistry going on. Using the backside of the painting just to be able to frame this and add your own design to it. So get your moo in the chat for the prize. I don't know if Bethesda's doing the host today. It's okay if they don't. But we'll have an amazing housing stream today and cover a lot of ground as far as housing. If you have questions that are kind of germane to the topic, or if I don't do a good job of clarifying anything, feel welcome to ask, or like do a highlighted message with your channel points, so I'm more likely to see it. We'll be covering a lot today, from how to get housing, how to get houses, how to get furnishings, and then kind of the designs that you can do with it. So is there a bicycle in ESO? Like, well, no, there wouldn't be. But what you can do with the furnishings that are in here is that you can get really creative and come up with a bicycle design. Housing Editor is a very versatile tool. Exercise bike is awesome. Yeah, it's incredible here. And it's just a few furnishings. I'm just thinking cleverly, thinking creatively with this in this 3-dimensional space. And the cool thing about housing is that you have these really cool, oftentimes high-resolution models that you have to work with, right? So it's like you have an art with the coloring and the textures on it. And then what you can do is you can mush them all together as much as you want and come up with these creative designs. So you might just have some scavenge plates or whatever and think, oh, well, I guess I'll use them. I'll throw them on the floor as a scavenged plate. Well, no, let's make some custom shelves out of them. Let's get creative with it. And so Jason Joey did an amazing job with making this. So I'm using this as an example. This is a table. It has an amazing texture on it, so you can put that up there, light it up. Lighting is really, really key for housing. Okay, let me know if I... yeah, we have all new animated emotes. We have follower emotes. If you're not following, then go ahead and follow. You get instant access to 5 emotes to use in this channel. Or if you subscribe, you get instant access to 20 of them. Plus, we have the 5 new animated emotes. So I'm not going to be pushing that hard today, just because this is a sponsored stream. Thanks to Zos, and as the World Plays ESO streams have been. So, just want to make that clear. So I'm trying to hype people up about housing. That's kind of my goal here, and maybe using a couple of these custom luxury furnishings and putting them up on the wall and making this mechanical art piece is incredible. It's incredible. Why do you consider lighting key for housing? Houses just tend to be pretty dark. That tends to be the case. There's also a day-night cycle, so once it becomes nighttime, everything just kind of becomes like a shade of black. Like everything goes from being a shade of brown during the day to being a shade of black. so lighting everything up and really making all the colors pop. So Jason Jelly has put a ton of great color in here that just really stands out. And then you can have your pets and your mounts and your allies, your companions, your assistants in your houses. So here's a lizard basking in the salt lamp. Just creative. Like everything here just looks so natural, right? Like this feels like an awesome modern loft with just incredible designs on this. So lighting can create moods and accentuate items. That's true. Another thing going on with this is we have a music box playing somewhere. So there are 20 music boxes or so at this point, so you can really set the mood that way too. So that's great. So we'll be doing, what did I say, giveaway at 1:30? I think giveaway at 1:30 we'll be doing a Blackwood game code. I have a torch bug, devoted torch bug and 1,500 crowns at the top of the hour. Another Blackwood game code at 2:30. A pink torch bug at 2:45, and I have a mystery prize at 3. Now here's the mystery. I'm gonna go do this, and throughout the course of the stream, you can be working on this if you have an inclination to. I had to think of a good home for this. Unfortunately, my more sandboxy homes I already had used for other things, but I decided to make use of this home. We'll see if people want to take up this challenge. And thank you with follows, and thank you Mark D. Sam with the sub. Super appreciate that. I'll love. Probably hid the music box behind the stereo. That'd be smart. Okay, I have a special challenge. This is open to anybody on PCNA. I set it as my primary if you're in any of my guilds, or if... Oh, my lights got stuck. Here's a challenge. You can go to my Kushalit Sanctuary. I have placed, very sloppily, because I did it this morning, 600 cowhide rugs. Solitude cowhide rugs. And what you can do with these is, if you want to come visit, up to 24 people can come and visit, and make something. I have universal decorator permissions on PCNA. It should be working. So if you have some time to spare, here's a challenge. And you can go and like make your own thing. If you want to like take a stack and like go and off somewhere and make your own thing, so people aren't like eating your cowhide rugs all the time. At 3 o'clock, so in about just under 2 hours, I will do a special Eerie Violet Bantamguar pet code giveaway if I am wowed when I come back at 3. Is that fair? I don't know if it's fair. My expectations are that the pile has moved. So, anyway, if you want to have fun, you can use the HT and whatnot if you want to get creative with geometrically. Don't be greedy with the HT. Like, don't do a whole radius that eats everybody's builds if they're kind of like off to the side. Anyway, that's a challenge. So be nice and have fun with the cowhide. There can only be one. There can only be one. So many dead cows. It's okay. Melistrellas with a follow. Sasa with a resub. Super appreciate that. Thank you. Hype train going on. Beautiful. And bits or subs will get in on that. Yeah, so you can go and mess with these, use all the piles. There's nothing special about these. Just feel welcome to have at it. So if you want, just go at it and make something wowing. You could do letter art or whatever you want to do. Anyway, I also left the braziers that it came with. You can use those too if you want. That's fine. That's fine. That was a lot of cows. Those are clean pelts. I say they sell for more than the craft cost, so I'll be able to use them afterwards. But maybe I'll leave these up in perpetuity. I did something similar like this before with fans. Anyway. Oh gosh, Tatanko. Again, it's way up there. Thank you. Okay, well, I have a lot to cover today. So what is... Oh, there you go. Wow, you're getting right into it. Is that Greek? Greek? Oh gosh. Okay, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to see what you're doing. It might take you 2 minutes to make something wowing. Okay, so let me get to some basics. Like, what is housing? How do you get to into housing, right? Let's just say you got pooped out after the tutorial, and you're like, okay, well, I saw J Hart's housing torch and whatnot, and I want to get into housing. How do you get into housing? Sarah, say, oh my gosh, thank you. Super appreciate that. Okay, Moo is good to go. We're doing a giveaway at 1:30, basically every half hour.
Jart cow, Jart moo.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Lights all going crazy. Sarah, say, thank you. Okay, so you are here. What is housing? How do you get into it? There are lots of houses, right? So, easiest way to start to look at them is just by looking, like, on the Crown Store. You can see these staple houses, these classic homes, these notable homes. There are also just, like, a lot of in-rooms. Maybe you want to start with a little in-room. They're cheap. You can actually get, like, all of them for free by doing the Room to Spare quest. You can actually look up the list here. Let me list this. There's a Room to Spare on UESP. UESP is an amazing resource for housing, particularly. Because there's a lot going on with housing. There are... Oh, how many houses? How many houses are there? Like, if you can do this one of two ways. You can hit M for your house list and pull up houses this way. You can see all the collected ones or all the uncollected ones. Oh man, they're what... I should have counted before. They're what, 70 or so houses? Lots to choose from. Lots of different styles. Jacqueline, oh my gosh, Shenzi. Thank you. C-Code, thank you. Shutterbug, Tatanko, thank you. Super appreciate that. That's a mega hype train. We'll be doing some extra giveaways later on too, I think. Thank you so much. Okay, so lots of houses, right? And then there's lots of furnishings. There are thousands of furnishings. Oh man, how many at this point? 5,000? Lots you can do with, right? So that's the thing. I don't want this to be intimidating. So let's start with like an in-room. Okay, so let's say you do the in-rooms to spare, and you do... Oh, maybe I'll do this. Let's say you do the room to spare. We're right here in Vardenfell anyway, and you get the St. Dylan penthouse. Well, let's go see what you can do with this. Okay, well, just to kind of get a sense of like what a house is. I haven't really done much with this house, but at least it'll give you a sense of like the size of these. So if you look at the list on UESP, you can see that you get basically every new chapter that they add. They have been adding new in-rooms that you can get. So we actually just had a Pilgrim's Rest in-room contest. I'll be going to some of the winners of that here in a moment. So here's my St. Dylan penthouse. It's a little sad. I kind of hang this painting up a little crooked, but have this yarn ball. I don't seem to have a cat though. Anyway, please, if anybody gets a reference, Anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful space. Actually, what's cool about this space is look how textured this room is, right? And how kind of big it is. We've actually had multiple in-room contests here on the channel, and people are really, really good at what they can do with this. So what can you do with it? You can only put
16 moo months of housing happiness.
36 items in here, including 30 traditional items. You can actually see here with this, you can put 30 traditional items, 2 special furnishings. Those can be like mists and some interesting kind of light effect furnishings. There's collectible furnishings and special collectible furnishings. So you can put in like a coffer is a collectible furnishing, and then you can put in special collectibles like your assistants, like your cats and allies and things like that. Okay, so somebody gets a reference. Okay, I just wanted to shut it off. Let me get to an actual good decorated in room. Let me go to a couple of these as examples. We had we had our Pilgrim's Rest in-room contest. I wanted to come back and kind of show what you can do with these. What can you do, even with a small space? What if you're just getting into housing? You just got your free home with a room to spare quest, right? Shutterbug, Ratio Bird, Piano has been drinking. Ival Bob, Lay, Tatanko, thank you with all the help with the hype train. Okay. There's a funny little Kotaku article about how sad that room was. No, I disagree. Look how much you can do with this. So this was one of our winners from our... I'll be kind of bouncing all over today. I hope that's okay. It's going to be pretty dense information, but housing, there's a lot to take in with housing. So it's kind of like more end goals with housing. What do you do with it? We have a little Pilgrim's Rest in-room. This is the size of the room. You can only put 36 items in it. How do you make good use of this space? What can you do with it, right? And I'll go to a couple of the winners from our Pilgrim's Rest in-room contest here. So we had Swan Song, had this amazing Dark Brotherhood room, right? V, hype. Thank you. Shutterbug, that's a lot of Gidget subs. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So we have like a Dark Brotherhood. I don't know if you'd call it a sanctuary. It's a ritual site of some sort, right? What works really well here? Lighting. The lighting. All these candles of silence. And those candles of silence, these are just one furnishing per piece for the 3 candles. You can actually get those from the bequeather. So there are a lot of... Oh, man. How to get to, like, how do you get these furnishings? How do you get these houses, right? This is an in-room. We're starting with how do you get an in-room? This is a free home you can get, right? Your piggies. Thank you. Hype. Thank you, everybody, with the hype train. Show your hype train emotes if you got them. Thank you so much. I got a new one. Cool. Sus. Yeah, Black Sacrament. Look to this. So, making good use of the lighting, making good use of the mood here, and, you know, we have Dark Brotherhood being represented. If you are interested in, if you've done anything with Black... Thank you. With the Dark Brotherhood, or with Black Sacrament, or maybe familiar with it from Skyrim or other Elder Scrolls titles. And then, cool thing that Swansong did with this was really making good use of the textures of this room, because this normally has like a normal window back there, but they put that sweet mother door back there. Or they've retextured the walls here with the carpet. So, thinking of these little nooks of the room, the nooks of the house. What does the house come with? How do you accentuate that? And how do you make it something a little more lively? I don't know if he would say it's lively, but anyway, okay. Man, I have a lot to cover today. Amazing? I think this is pretty amazing. Let me, maybe I get rid of... I'm gonna hide that just so you can see more of the house as we go through here. Hopefully that's okay, just because I don't want the UI to be too cluttered. I'm gonna hide the sub-goal too. I'll go ahead and hide that too. Just so you can see more of the houses as we go through here. Even though... Okay, that's all good. So, Swan Song really wowed me with it. Let's go see a couple other iterations of, like, what can you do with this, the Pilgrim's Rest. I had a really fun one from Trella here. Did a really nice job. What's the name of this slump skeleton? Now, I don't want to get too much into the nitty-gritty of things. There are a lot of different ways of getting furnishings. So most of them are craftable. So you'll get recipes, you'll get furnishing plans. They're called either furnishing plans or recipes, just by looting backpacks and wardrobes and pretty well everything. That's where a lot of these come from. There's also the luxury vendor, which is where that skeleton came from. Luxury vendor is actually a really important one to know about. It will pop up every weekend in Cold Harbor, in Hollow City, right across from the bank here. It has a smattering of, like, a handful of furnishings that will be available for that weekend, and then they'll be gone for another year. So we always have a good big party there, celebrating the new furnishings. There's always at least one new furnishing there, and so people stock up on those. I bought a lot of those skeletons. And then, yeah, lots of different ways of getting furnishings. Some of them are, you know, crown or furnishing bundle furnishings. Like if you pull up the crown store, there's going to be a lot of things that you can get here. There's a cool Vivek set right now going on, you know, with a lot of cool big furnishings. You can actually kind of see the scale on these based off of the grid down below. So yeah, so some of these are pretty nice. So that's one way to get these. You don't have to get everything through crowns. I'll actually be going over a couple other ways of getting furnishings. There's also like home goods furnishings and achievement furnishings where you can just go buy them for gold off of vendors, and they can be pretty affordable. So here's Trella's Pilgrim's Rest. So here's what that window normally looks like. So it's an amazing use of this space. So you can only put like 36 items in this in-room. One thing is to always keep in mind that you're building within constraints. Those are mostly there for performance reasons, as I understand it. But how do you make this feel very full, right? So here we have a spat. We have a roommate spat. They have divided the room up. And in this case, maybe you've done anything with Blackwood or with the new companion system, you kind of see the personalities of these two. We have Mary, the Dark Elf. We have Bastion, the goody two-shoes Imperial. So that's kind of reflected with the home here, and we'll see if they can overcome their differences. Anyway, this was really fun. Goatrude says, the luxury vendor makes me look forward to Friday nights. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. So a lot of cool furnishings that you can get from the luxury vendor. A couple good resources for that. Benevolent Bodie website has like all the luxury furnishings, or Lovely North does. Those are a couple good resources to look up if you're interested in what those are like, and I like the schedule on those. So this was from Trella, one of my Pilgrim's Rest contest winners. Fantastic use of the space, and coming up with a creative use for it too, right? Oh, Nova Dracon. Hey, it's good to see ya.
Woot woot. Over a year?
Okay, let me go to a couple more of... Well, I have houses on both PCNA and PCEU to show off today. Just for the sake of load screens and everything, I'm going to go to all the NA houses first, and then I'm going to go to the EU houses, so it'll be a little bit of a mix of things, because we have like these in-rooms on both of them, we have some other contests on both of them, we have some housing hack examples on both of them, and I have a new house to show off on each of them, and I have a couple of my own houses to show off a couple of cool things that you can do with housing too. So here, totally different. This is the same room. This is the same room that Dark Sacrament from Swan Song was in, right? This is from Azalea Stone. Totally different vibe, right? I feel like I'm somewhere else. I feel like I've been transported, right? I feel like I'm in this misty, swampy, kind of danger at every corner, yet beautiful area. So, MMO Fashion is a great place to get actual size photos of all the furnishings. Okay, that's another good one. Yeah, we'll see a lot of pictures of those if I'm ever Googling furnishings. That's the thing. There's so much to do with housing. Let me plug a couple things. One thing is, housing is such a big thing. Whenever they add new zones, like they add Blackwood, there's a lot of different models that they use in constructing the world so that it feels like a new area, right? And so what they do with that is they also, they kind of make a lot of those models, like the various furnishings and beds and lamp posts and carpets and things like that, and they make them available for housing. And a lot of them look really great, but it's like there's so many of them, it's hard to keep track of everything. One thing that you can do is if you ever need project ideas, or you're interested in housing news, or if you just want to share your own projects, use the ESO Forums. Is a great resource, great community there. You can also kind of plug your own ideas about housing improvements. They are always making improvements to housing with every update. There is going to be an ESO Live tomorrow, July 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe, where they'll be going over some of the new dungeons. It doesn't really have to do with housing, but you might actually try to maybe get a sense of what they might change with housing as far as styles are concerned. Not that the next update would be much of a new regional type of a thing. They tend to add new things for housing every update, though. So that will probably mean PTS will be up within the next couple weeks. Usually they do the preview and then they get right into PTS. So, yeah, we'll maybe be able to see some new features for housing coming up soon. I always look forward to reading the patch notes and going on PTS and exploring that. That's like always the very first thing I do when I get on PTS, whenever they have a new update on PTS, right? Is I go and check out the new houses, and I go and check out the new furnishings that are available, like from the Rip Voucher vendor, or new achievement furnishings. Maybe try to get a sense of the new crafted stuff, if there are any, but those can be kind of hard to get to right away. Kevin Kahn with a follow. Thank you. Might miss a couple things. Just playing, yeah, you're just playing with the new emotes. Oh, thank you, yeah, we have all sorts of new animated emotes. I should probably make one command that's just all of them, but we have some beautiful new emotes. Praise bees, praise bees. Okay, this was Azalea Stone's Pilgrim's Rest. Oh, 2 minutes until I do my first prize drawing. Moo, if you haven't, for the prize drawing, we are doing a Blackwood game code at 1:30. I'm doing prize drawings about every half hour. I'm just planning on doing the Moo once and set it just because I think chat will be a little too spammy otherwise. So, oh, I look beautiful. Beautiful chin shot there. Yeah, so we'll be doing Devoted Torchbug at 2. That's a basic Torchbug, the yellow one. Another Blackwood game code at 2:30. We'll be doing the special pink Torchbug at 2:45. And the mystery prize is the Eerie Violet Bantamguar pet code. If I am wowed by what you do with those cow hides in the Couchelet. Poor cows. Poor cows. Okay, so this is what you can do with housing. This is what you can take a room and totally transform it, right? So this was another one of my winners from the Pilgrim's Rest contest. Oh, let me just mention this really quickly. I do have 2 other contests coming up this month. We have a Lay-One Home Goods Furnishing contest, and we have our Water's Edge contest. Let me go talk about home goods really quick. That might not be a bad thing to do. Pretty well every zone has some furnishings related to that zone available from the respective home goods furnisher. If you are just getting started into housing, these are going to be some of the most affordable furnishings that you can get. There are a couple furnishings that you can kind of earn just doing quests and whatnot, or you'll just kind of stumble across some furnishings from treasure chests and things like that. That's going to be more the exception than the rule, though. For the most part, you'll want to go and either start crafting furnishings or head over to your home goods furnisher. So here's what a home goods furnisher looks like. You'll look for the chair icon on the map, and then you can mark it up, and then you can go over here and look for this blue and white banner. If you're just getting into housing, this is what you'd be wanting to look at. And then you can start to see, these are some of the newest furnishings that have been added. No, these are available on all platforms, PlayStation and Xbox and PC. I know PlayStation EU codes can be a little tricky, but we'll try to make it work. So here's a home goods furniture from Lay-One, and pretty well every zone. Most any zone that is either a DLC zone or a chapter zone, or almost all of the base game zones, maybe not some of the small islands, will have a home goods furniture. And you can see some of these kind of just basic things, like a stack of fire logs. And even these, they're 250 gold, which is really cheap. You can be making hundreds of thousands of gold per hour or so through various means. So I always talk about gold making tips on my stream, largely because housing can get pricey. It's a bit of a labor of love if you want to go and earn all these. But these are like some of the cheapest furnishings in the game. So, and here's some carpets. These aren't like the fancy ones, so these are more like threadbare ones. There are definitely more fancy, crafted, ornate ones, very colorful. These are more basic ones, right? But even here, like you have cool kind of a block to work with, so structural pieces to work with. Maybe start to think about how you can use this. Maybe make a floor out of it, or a ceiling out of it. Maybe you're not just using it as a palisade. Maybe you're using it to restructure a wall, or make a ramp, or something like that. Okay, it's 1:30. Let's go ahead and do the Blackwood code giveaway to start with, and we'll keep talking about these. All the cool things you can do with housing, right? Okay, Blackwood winner is Balin. Balin, I'm gonna write you down. And since I know that everybody's entering for multiple prizes, if it's like something that you don't necessarily need and you win, I'll make alternative prizes available to you. But I'll write you down for now, and I'll get back to you later. Okay, sounds good. So we'll keep going along with. So just thinking about these, there's like weird little socks or pretty flowers. So I need to keep this a little higher level. I'm so used to talking about these things incrementally. If you're a new player and you're confused, let me know. And then there's just like a lot of really basic things that you can work with. So as far as my new contest, it's just using all these new layout furnishings and just like, okay, so you have like 8 different furnishings that you can work with. Can you come up with an idea on this? Maybe you could make some sort of a design. Maybe you start with the wheels. Maybe you make a car out of nothing but window boxes and wheels and socks. I don't know how you do it, but I bet you could. I bet you could. I bet you could make a whole house out of nothing but these palisades and filling it in with sock people. It's like using the socks for legs. Maybe use trousers for legs. They're a little crooked for that. Anyway, and just, again, cobbling things together into the sculpture. These can be your clay. These socks can be your clay, right? And you can make a whole village. You can make something weird. You can make something creative furnishings. Or if you want to get a little fancier, or a lot fancier, really, there are also achievement furnishings. These are definitely going to be a lot more interesting. These, for the most part, require that you do various achievement furnisher. Various achievements. If you don't have it, it will say what it is. So this is Rock Grove Vanquisher for this one. What you can do is you can, go hit J, if you're on PC at least, go to achievements and go and type it in and be like, okay, what do I need to do to earn this? And you can go and look it up and be like, okay, for Rock Grove Vanquisher, I have to do this all in one run with the challenge banner, so hard mode on this one, right? Pretty sure that's what it is. Okay, and then I can get that. I got most of the rest of them unlocked by doing various quests throughout Blackwood, and maybe like some of these. And again, almost every zone has one of these, so maybe I should show off a couple of these. No, let me show off one. Let me just show off one, because I really love the Somerset furnishings. Let me show off one. And then other than that, you can go and explore and see the other types of things you can get. Definitely check out Vardenfell. Definitely check out Clockwork City. Has amazing metallic plates and things you can work with. Anyway, so you can make mechanical designs too. I don't know if we'll really get to that today, but furnishings acquired via antiquities. Yes, that's a good one too. Yeah, so there are just so many types of furnishings to work with. We'll kind of intermix different basic things here today with some examples. That's kind of the plan. Anything about changes? Not that I'm aware of. Okay, so here's like Somerset. Well, maybe you want to make a hedge maze. Maybe you just want to have some benches. Maybe you really want to kind of put these out in your garden and make it look a little fancier. That sort of thing. Maybe you want to have a walkway, a spiral walkway up to nothingness. Couple dozen stories tall. You can actually build really high up in housing too. So it's like this really big area that you get to work within, right? Or maybe just want some pretty flowers. Again, there's a lot going on with this. Or there's achievement furnishing. One of my favorite furnishings is this Everlasting Waterfall. So you can actually add some flowing water to your own house. Kind of crazy. It's quite an achievement to get this one. You have to do a lot of quests for it, and it is fairly expensive at 75k per piece. But being able to add things like this to your home with the flowing water, or just adding all sorts of colorful things to your home. Maybe you want to make an aquarium or some sort of seaside thing. Or whatever it happens to be. And some of these are really huge, and some of them are really colorful. Or maybe you just want to make something dedicated to... I have a griffin. Maybe something dedicated to a favorite pet or something. Maybe it makes sense to buy specific banners with different sigils on them. So many different types of ways of going about housing. You can make it for your character. You can make it for... you can make a shrine. You can make a place that's meditative. You can make something really energetic. You can have your creepy Daedric dungeons. I've seen a lot of those. Those are always fun. Okay. We had the Dark Brotherhood one. There's even more furnishings over here too. These are the universal ones. Cool things you can do with these. Fishing vessel you can earn from doing some fishing achievements. There's so much that you can do with all these various furnishings. Again, there are thousands of furnishings acquired from various sources. It's more of like a explore and acquire as you are adventuring throughout Tamriel. And that's what a lot of the furnishings really are, is kind of like celebrating your adventures throughout Tamriel. Like maybe you recognize this from the Midyear Mayhem that we just had. The probably not bowl of mayhem. Maybe you went and drank from that earlier during the Mid-Year Mayhem. Or maybe you just like the look of it and you want to use it for whatever. You like the fancy red light. You can use it for that way too. Yeah, I've seen castles. Oh yeah, Crisea had an amazing castle made out of crystal. There's at least one person that did it. There are some other good houses. If you're just getting into housing, let me plug a couple good houses. Oh, the problem is I don't have I already stole the furnishing out of it. A lot of the houses are a lot more affordable than you might think that they are. Like, maybe you come to the Crown store and you see these Crown prices, and you're like, oh, that's kind of a lot of crowns. A lot of houses can be purchased with gold. Some of them require that you get achievements for them, and then in that case, they can be kind of affordable. Like, here, let me show off one home. This is about $1 million. It's 1.05 million gold unfurnished after you do the Blackwood achievement for after you do the Blackwood Adventurer achievement. You have to do 26 quests throughout Blackwood, and then you can buy this Water's Edge home. I'm actually doing a contest with this month too, if you've already have Blackwood, or you can buy it with crowns or have it gifted, so you can still participate in the contest even if you don't have Blackwood. But then you get, for about $1 million gold, we'll call it $1 million gold, you can get this home. It's like 3 stories tall. But then, it's not just this. It comes with all these furnishings too. I didn't add any of these lights and everything. It comes with those. So lots of times when you buy houses, they actually come with furnishings. It comes with this amazing courtyard right on the water. Cool thing you can do with housing is, like, this home is here in Leyawiin. It feels like it is in Leyawiin. You can't go out there, but you can actually decorate out there. You can push furnishings out there. You could add some boats down there if you wanted to. You could add some allies or your companion pacing around down there, or a dog or something on the bridge. You can do that. You can really build outside the walls of the home. So it's actually pretty cool that you can do all that. Again, this home, even unfurnished, does come with some furnishings. Here's the window boxes that we saw before. And then this home does have this other side too. So this home actually came with 2 of these flaming fire logs. These are pretty cool. The funny thing about this is these sell for like 150,000 gold each. So at that 1 million, if you sell the furnishings that comes with it, you can get some of that back. There's one home that comes with these flaming fire logs that's only 60,000 gold. I would always buy. You have no reason not to. If you're just getting into housing, the very first home that you should get is Autumn's Gate. It's right here in the Rift. It comes with these flaming fire logs, and the home itself only costs 60,000 gold unfurnished, and then you can sell these flaming fire logs for like 150,000 gold. So not only do you get some gold out of it, you get effectively free house in the process. So that's one of those homes. Another home I always recommend for people to get if you're just getting started is the Kragan home. Oh, maybe actually go to my Kragan home. I think I still have a scene set up in here. Don't the furnishings that go with the house become bound? If you buy them unfurnished with gold, they are not bound. They're tradable. If you get them through crowns, or if you have them gifted, then they're all bound. So that's a difference there. Yeah, a little caveat. Oh yeah, here's my... we had an orc party contest, maybe a couple years back at this point. We had the Sweet Rolls. I have orc breakdance in there. With the festive lights. This is maybe a little dated, but it's still kind of fun. It has an energy to it. I'd probably add a music box, which I don't think they really had music boxes at the time. Wait, I have a music box, maybe? Do I have a music box? Let me see. What are they grooving to here? They'll groove to this. Let's see, what can they groove to? Oh, it's overlapping the Sweet Roll. Let's put this in the corner. For now, at least. That's what they're grooving to. Perfect, perfect. Okay, anyway, this Kragan home. You could do something fun with it, and this home is 69,000 gold. Laugh, laugh, laugh. 69,000 gold. Unfurnished, and it comes with a Dark Elf Bed of Coals furnishing that will sell for more than the house is worth. So again, it's a way to get an effectively free house, and then you have a space that you can do something fun with. I mean, it's not huge, but you can do something with 200 items. This is only 40 items in here right now, so you can get more detailed in these smaller houses a lot of the time. Yeah, it's the breakdance. Hey, yeah, it's breakdance in there. Okay, and then other than that, you can do a lot with crafting. Let me show one more Pilgrim's Rest example, and then I'm going to go show off a couple of the more functional things that you can do with housing. So maybe you're interested in housing as an artistic medium. There's also the functional side of things. We'll continue to kind of get through here. I'll be doing a giveaway at the top of the hour for a devoted torch bug and 1,500 crowns. So if you haven't moved yet, then go ahead and get your moo in. Okay, and here was another one of our PCNA winners for our Pilgrim's Rest challenge. Again, this very small space. What do you do with it? Jacqueline had this amazing home where it feels like I'm outside the home, right? So we have the window there, which is normally looking out from the kind of small in-room. Well, in this case, we have this more open space covering up the walls with the plants and everything. It feels not so claustrophobic. Feels like we're out in the open air. We see the cat there chilling, maybe curious about that butterfly floating there. Or here's that small everlasting waterfall that we saw before. And so you can add water features to your home even if they don't come with them. A lot of the larger houses do come with a lot of those cool features. We'll get to some of those today. I think. Oh yeah, I did disable most of my mood points for this stream. I did leave one on though. I did leave one on. You can redeem with your mood points prismatic banner. Okay, there we go. Rainbow. A very colorful space here. So I really like Jacqueline's use of this space. Again, it's only 30 items. So this is a type of place that you can have. It's a lovely place just to come and listen to the water. Most of the houses I am featuring today are nice houses. You can get wacky with houses too, and really get crazy with it. Or go darker and have your weird, ESO and Elder Scrolls in general. All the Daedric Princes and chaos and war and death and a lot of weird stuff going on with that, right? And there are a lot of furnishings to match it, because you do a lot of those sorts of quests, and a lot of the furnishings match the theme of the quests that you are going on your adventures, right? So there's a lot of not just pleasant things. I tend to like to gravitate towards the pleasant things, but the rainbows, which apparently a lot of people redeemed as soon as I said that. Wait, I didn't actually see your Griffin up. Oh, Griffin up. Griffin up I thought I left on. Okay, so let me get to one of my houses just to kind of show you a lot of the things that you can do with housing, which will be... Oh, how are people coming along? If you want, I have open permissions, open decorator permissions in my Kushalit Sanctuary. I have 600 cowhide rugs in there, and if people are able to come up with something wowing by 3 o'clock, another hour away, I'll do an extra giveaway, which will be an Eerie Violet Bentogor. Okay, so here is... I will be hopping all over today. Hope that's okay. Here's my home. Here was my example for the beautiful bedrooms contest. So we went to Jay's and Jelly's home. I think she did a much better job with the bedroom than I did with my bedroom. Here's my bedroom as an example. What can you do with housing? You can overlap things. You can cobble things. I would have actually loved to have gone back and fixed this up a little bit. I just didn't really have the time for it. But that's the thing. Housing, you can do as much as you want with it. And a lot of that is going to be... A lot of it has to do with getting the furnishings. I think the biggest thing is just coming up with ideas. Like, what I ended up doing on this one is I spent a lot of time, like, making the bed up. And then I did a lot of work on looking at different furnishings and being like, okay, what weird textures can I sink into this kind of faux canvas that I made? And so you have like the Blade of Woe up there, or various lights and achievement furnishings and whatnot. And so I wanted to just make something interesting to show off that, hey, you can use these two-dimensional texture layers from these three-dimensional objects. and then coming up with like a unique lantern or whatever, just kind of fun. And then at the end, though, I kind of slapped some furnishings in here. If I wanted to spruce this up, I would probably go back and kind of put like a bottle in a jar, which I thought was at least something. But maybe I would want a vase. Maybe I would want to spruce this up. Maybe use some wicker baskets or something like that with a light source there in the corner, just to make it a little bit more creative. Because you can overlap furnishings together. What did I use for this chandelier? I used a lot of loaf pans, so that's what I did with that. So anyway, that was my beautiful bedroom. And then let's talk about functional things with housing too. So if you have a house, you can put stations in it. Now this is not a pretty way of doing this. I actually had a sexy stations contest here on the channel a while back. Like how do you put these stations in a home in a way? Oh man, I wish I had an example right now. Of where like you can put an alchemy station and put like all of your weird mushroom ingredients and things like that, and all of your alchemical equipment around it. So it really feels like it's immersed into the home. Here is not immersive at all. I just want to kind of spread out a bunch of things that you can use in housing, just in case if you're like, okay, well, maybe I don't really care about the artistic side of housing. How about we're cobbling things together creatively? Maybe I just want to go to the house to do some things that would be easy to do, or like get some efficiencies going. Maybe I want to craft in my house. Maybe I want to do some DPS parsing. Maybe I want to see how I look and change my look. So there are additional things you can do with housing other than just decorate it, right? So if I'm here, I can go and craft stuff. So I can come and make my potions that I need, and it's like, okay, well, I'm actually using some add-ons on PCNA, but maybe I want to make some potions. I ran out of potions. Well, I can do this in the comfort of my own home without having to worry about people's bears and the bustle of the city, right? So I made some extra potions. I use these for battlegrounds or whatnot. Fantastic. Yeah, you can go look up my Sexy Stations contest on my website if you like. Or blacksmithing, I can go and craft whatever I need. Maybe I need to repair. I can't repair in a house. Maybe I need to. Maybe I've found something amazing and I want to improve it. Maybe I want to improve this and use it on my build or something. Or maybe I want to sell it. You can do a lot with your housing. Or maybe you just want to refine some items. Maybe I have a bunch of Ancestor Silk, and I can go and refine this even within my own home. Great, I got some wax. Perfect. I need that for upgrading some gear, right? Or maybe making some furnishings. So you can do all the crafting things here. Maybe you need to make some food, or make some jewelry, or whatever it happens to be. Or, importantly, a good reason to get these, if you're into housing, is that you can use these for housing. So if you wanted to go and, say, make some furnishings, and maybe you want to make some new Leeuwin octopus pie. Delicious. Or some lobster stew. Now, all of these, you have to learn the plans for them. And a lot of them are very expensive, and then a lot of them are dirt cheap. So, like these corn cobs. So you could then start to think, okay, maybe you go through the crafting station and look at all the furnishings that you've made and be like, oh, well, maybe I could use this gravy boat as a doggy food serving bowl. Maybe I sink some corn cobs in it. Maybe that's not their best thing. Maybe I put a leaf of lettuce in it, like it's a Bloody Mary, but for dogs. And you can start to think about maybe how I can spruce my pupper bedroom up, right? Or whatever it is. Or maybe that's a bad idea, and I should just keep looking. Do they eat lobster? Maybe not. So maybe I just give them something more basic, right? Anyway, my head pops off when I ever do this. I'm dropping the frames a little bit when I'm it's just when I'm accessing the thing. It might be add-ons. So there's tons that you can do as far as just being able to craft stuff. You can preview things from here. You can also preview furnishings that you can get from your inventory. So if I have anything in my inventory, this is actually a relatively new feature, which is awesome. Let's say I never actually added these. You can preview these and see what they look like, and kind of go from there. And there's actually some functional things you can do with these too. So we have, you can mess with your vampirism levels. Let me go ahead and put these in the house. It's pretty easy to place these. You just can access the UI, place that, and then you can edit it however you want. You can you know, you can twist it around. You could just use the bottom of it. Maybe this makes a good table. Maybe. And you can kind of eyeball it and move things around manually, or what you can do is once you place it, you can use this precision edit to move it much more precisely, hence the name. And so that allows you a lot of control as far as where exactly it's going to be, or you can actually go in and do it by rotation. And so if I flip this over like 12 times, it will be perfectly upside down. But I should maybe not do that. Anyway, it's okay. So, and then if you want to use something like the Basin of Loss or the Thrall, these are actually some functional things where they will increase or decrease your vampirism level. I'm not actually a vampire, so, I mean, I can use it, but I'm not a vampire. Anyway, so you can use these too. So those are some extra functional things you can do with housing. Additional thing you can do here, you can go and change your look. Maybe I want to use the outfit station. You can use a dice station or an outfit station in the comfort of your home. Maybe I want to pick a new outfit and go with that. Or modify something here. Start with a blank. Oh, this is what my gear looks like as is, without any changes. Thank goodness for outfit stations, right? I have like my Grundwolf, my advancing Yokota style here. Anyway, oh man, thank goodness for outfits. Yeah, so you can do this in your own homes. I think dying and everything is an ESO Plus perk. There are a lot of perks with ESO Plus too, so we'll get to some of that too. So it could be like, well, maybe I'm not quite orange enough. Yeah, I need to be more orange. This is a new color, I think. This Marshmallow Titian. Oh yeah, it's from Savior of Blackwood achievement. I just unlocked this. I can be even more golden. Oh my gosh, let's goldify this up. I am going to not want to save this afterwards, but oh man, that's a lot more contrast. Maybe a little too much. I don't think I like it. I'd have to change the green too. It's a little much for me. Anyway, a little too much for me. I'm gonna just discard. Okay, I'll go ahead and not do that. Anyway, you can do this in your home without having to worry about, you know, people intruding. You can also put a transmute station in your home. These come from the writ voucher vendor. Doing things like your daily crafting writs and getting a sealed writs. There's a lot from the writ voucher vendor. I should maybe go preview that as well, just because it's a good one to pay attention to, especially whenever there are updates. So you can come and transmute your gear from the comfort of your home as well. So maybe I have my infused ring here, and I'm like, well, maybe I want to be quicker, or maybe I just want extra stamina, or maybe I want all the stats, or maybe I want to do extra damage when things are low health, or extra defensiveness. You can go and do that from your own home with the transmute crystals. You can access a transmute station from Clockwork City as well, or from other player houses. One thing with any of these types of stations is that anybody that has access to the home can use them if they have the visitor permission. So you don't necessarily have to get these yourself. I know that these can be pretty pricey, for instance, like 1,000,000 gold plus. So you could just use somebody else's. So that's a great thing too. I'll maybe go and to Stormhawk's place at some point. And then there's also different targets that you can make. Like the most basic one's going to be so you can test your DPS too. So maybe you're just interested in trials, right? Maybe you're interested in dungeons, and you just want to see what can you do to do more damage, right? So you can actually... There's lots of different ones of these anymore, but you can go ahead and make like a target skeleton that'll have 3 million health, or this one which will have 6 million health. And dying is a perk. I can die all day. Yeah, go do some battlegrounds. Yeah, so then what you can do with this is you can put the skeletons down. So here's our smaller one. And then here's our more robust one with more health. And there are lots of different variants of these, so these all have the 6 million health. So these came from various like furnishing bundles and things like that. So, and then it's pretty well the same mechanics. So then you can go and wail on this, and maybe I should. I don't know if I should. I mean, it will take me about 10 seconds to get this down to 0 health, but it takes a little longer than that. But you can maybe go and cheat with the flanking damage here and get a good rotation going. You know, and you can go and test your DPS here, and that's not the right morph for DPS parts. But anyway, and you can go and just jab, jab, jab all day long like a Templar will, and you can see that it's losing health, and so if you just want to get good with your DPS, you can do that as quickly as you can, and if I go away... Oh, I accidentally AoE'd that other one too. Oh, sorry, Wraith of Crows, I didn't mean it, Don't be wrathful. Getting good here. And then it will tell you at the end. It's always best to, like, do it all the way to 0, because then it will be, like, beginning to end. Otherwise, it's still in combat and wasting my parse time. Okay, and then I can see that I did, like, really terrible DPS. See? Perfect. It's perfect. It will actually do a readout, which is pretty awesome. Get a good rotation to go and spam stabs. That's all you need to do. That's right. Covering a lot today. ESO Plus, speaking of ESO Plus perks with the dice and everything, there are quite a few things that you get with ESO Plus. A lot of them have to do with housing. So if you pull up the Crown Store, and then go to this ESO Plus, you can see a lot that you can get with this. A couple of things that are really nice here are the craft bag, which allows you to, you know, have that big list of, I have every single furnishing plan learned. I'm like one of the few people that does. It's expensive. That's where the gold making comes into play. But crafting using those is going to be difficult if I don't have access to all of the furnishings. So if I have this craft bag, or all the materials. So if I have the craft bag, I have all the different things I need. So I have like my hemming for my clothing items, or I have my Colanda lacquer for my Eleanor style, you know, high elf style from Somerset furnishings, and so I can just go and make those without having to worry about things too much. So craft bag is certainly a nice perk for crafting for housing, especially for furnishings. Extra storage is double bank space capacity. That's just going to help a lot. So if instead of having up to 240 space, you have, wait, is that right? You have up to 500 or up to 480 space. And the cool thing about that is whatever you can actually put in your bank is what you can decorate with. So if you're actually going around and decorating, you can use whatever in your inventory. You can use whatever in your bank, and you can use whatever in your home storage chests and coffers. And so I have those out. I don't know if I have those out. I don't actually have to place them, but you can put a storage chest down. And then the cool thing about these is you can put things in them, which are, for most part, going to be furnishings if you are into decorating. Or, hey, let's say you're not into furnishing, not into decorating at all. Then you can still put these in your home, and this will give you up to 360 item space. There's also little coffers, and you can put, whatever you want in them. I should have done this before, but, you can kind of see how you can access these, and it's pretty quick. Pretty quick to place something down, right? And then I can go and access these, or I can put more stuff in them, or I can see what I have in here. I have quite a lot of, like, achievement furnishings and bound furnishings in here. And then I can decorate with these, all right? So if I'm decorating, I can go and place things out of these. Maybe I'm interested in placing some weird Argonian stuff. What do I have? Yeah, I have a couple interesting things in my coffer here. I can go ahead and take that out and place it somewhere. Where should I put it? How about, I don't know, wherever. This is gonna blend right in. That's not a good place for it. I'll put it right wherever. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I don't know why it's there. It's there. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. If you put furnishings in the coffers, can you see them as items in your inventory when decorating the property? Yeah, that's the point. So, right now, like, if I am looking at things to place down, this UI might be a little bit different. I do have the Essential Housing Tools add-on, so this UI might be a little bit different than base game, but it's similar. Is I can place whatever I have in my inventory, whatever I have in my bank, whatever I have in my home storage chests and coffers, as well as any gallery items, which are collected items. So these are going to be things like from the Undaunted system. If you're going through, like basically every dungeon and every vet dungeon that you do will unlock something, and then you can use these. The cool thing about collected items is you can actually put these in every single one of your houses if you wanted to. So maybe you just really have a thing for Baelorg, and you want Baelorg's bust in every single one of your homes, and you can do that. Or some of these make a little bit more sense as far as gallery items. Maybe... Oh, I'm trying to think of other good ones. Or maybe... like this dragon trove with the big pile of gold. Maybe got this from the Dragon Rise Reward Bundle. So, there are other things. Actually, there's one new one that they just added with Blackwood. Is this Zenithar Additum Gate. There's 50 pieces of it to collect. And you can open it up. Actually, okay, here's one thing I have. Oh no, I spoiled it. Man, I'm covering a lot. I hope it's okay. EHG adds the filters, that's right. Okay, other things you can do with housing. You can add little elements of surprise. I've seen people do, say, like hedge mazes, or do scavenger hunts, or maybe have jumping challenges, parkour challenges, right? So you can, you know, these furnishings for the most part have collisions, so you can jump up on them and go about that way. Well, before I get to this fun stuff, before I get to the fun stuff, let's finish talk. Oh, the awful transition. Let's finish talking about ESO Plus and the perks from that. Double furnishing space. So I have ESO Plus, so if I'm decorating, I can put up to 700 traditional items. That's always like one of the big ones. Or I can put like up to 10 special collectibles. Those are going to be your pets and your mounts and your allies. Things like the puppers. The puppers each count as a special collectible. They're pets, so they count for that. Or you could put your banker, or your merchant, or your smuggler, or your companion, or various house guests that count against that. So that's a pretty important cap too. Or these collectible furnishings are going to be things like those undaunted busts and trophies. So you can put up to 850 items or so in a house in total. So lots of times you kind of want to max those out if you want to really have your house be densely decorated. So that's pretty important. So if you're ever decorating houses, you'll often find yourself running into the caps there. Like, for the most part, most of the contest entries I get for my various housing contests, maybe aside from like the single room contest, will be at the caps, at the limit. So that's just kind of how it is. You have to make good use of the space, make good use of the furnishings. I mean, there are a lot of furnishings. Like, so one thing with that is like this tiny little apple. This tiny little apple counts as one furnishing, one traditional furnishing. At the same time, something like, go away, little skull. That will mess this station up. Something like an Alinor. Oh, do I actually have the new one? I think I have the new one. Let's do the Leowin one. Let's call it the Leowin Grand Filled Bookcase. This also just counts as one furnishing. So that's how they've been adding a lot more furnishings lately, is they'll have full bookcases or big platters of food or things like that. Full wine racks and things like that. So that they feel like they take up a lot more space. I hope I didn't make a lot of those. Oh, good. Okay, good. Now if I go and place this, you can see that this is going to fill in the house quite a lot. Like, it's pretty big, right? So that's just one furnishing. Just added one to my traditional furnishing limit here. So just that went from 575 to 576. So not bad at all. Oh, it's giveaway time. Thank you. Yes, Moo, if you have not, we're doing a giveaway about every half hour. Thank you for reminding me. We're going to do a Torchbug pet code as well as 1,500 crowns. Devoted Torchbug pet code. We'll be doing the pink one later. Okay, Moo, if you haven't. If you already moved before, you don't have to begin. Okay, there you go. Like the tiny apple and the giant Alinor windmill are only one furnishing. Yep. So what you want to do is oftentimes maybe start with something like this. And you can personalize that. You can add extra things on the shelves. Or maybe just they're using it for the texture on the sides or the back or whatever. However you're going to go at this, right? Thank you for the follows, everybody. Okay, and then additional perks from ESO Plus. So double furnishing limits is pretty big. Double guests as well. So we can have more people over. Pretty important, especially for more like guild hall areas. Extra perks from ESO Plus are they do tend to have a free weekly furnishing that you can get. So they have all these really nice resolution statuettes that we've been getting over the last couple years. I think most of these, at least, were from ESO Plus. I put them all out. I wasn't quite sure which were which. Almost all these were from ESO Plus. So be sure at the beginning of every month to go and check and see from the furniture if there's going to be a free thing here with your ESO Plus subscription. Now, they changed this up. They had all these statuettes every month pretty well for forever. And they're really high res because these are basically shrunk down models of much larger, more grand statues. But, you know, you just get like a little thing. And lots of times these can be great for, well, I don't know if you'll be able to get them going forward as a thing. Maybe they'll eventually kind of bundle them together into something. I don't know. But anyway, just kind of thinking about like if your character worships Hercene or Sothisil or whatever, then you can have that in your home. Anyway, that's kind of how that has been. I don't know if they'll do anything with that going forward, but they'll oftentimes bring things back. Now that they have them all. New one this month, though, is they have a Leo and painting. So maybe you see that from some of the promotional material for Blackwood, even as you're loading into ESO. So this is a pretty fancy painting, and I just kind of plunked it down here pretty recently. So you can maybe just flip it around and use a border of it. Maybe kind of use it as a canvas here. Maybe go ahead and maybe just use it as a blank there, and then you can add whatever you want to it, right? Or maybe it's like a silver texture, right, on the border. So lots you can do with that. Oh, okay. So Torchbug and 1500 crown winner is yeah. Again, we're doing giveaways about every half hour. So get your moo in, and then you'll be good for all the rest of them. Okay, our winner is Zoe. Zoe, you won Torchbug and 1500 crowns. Congratulations. Okay, and we'll be doing a Blackwood game code at 2:30. Okay, hope everything's going well with the... I have open decorator permissions in my Kushalet Sanctuary, so if you want to get into there, it is my primary, then you can go and decorate that. They'll be showing off what people have done with it. Man, I have so much to get to. Oh man, I have... Okay, so another thing... Okay, that's ESO Plus. What else? Other ESO Plus perks. If you haven't, that's mostly it. Crowns. You get you get an allotment of crowns, and then you can use those for a lot of the crown exclusive furnishings and whatnot. If you're into housing, or use them for houses as well. So there are often crown exclusive houses as well. These tend to be a bit up there though, and limited time usually. Okay, well, I want to talk about surprising things you can do a little bit. Just having fun with ESO and housing, right? I always like it when they add interactable furnishings. I mean, you can add like a light and you can turn that up or down, turn the light on or off. Oh, this is fun. This is fun just to do this. No, what I really like when people do is when they have surprises in their houses. So there are only a handful of furnishings that you can really interact with. One of them are some gates and some doors. They've been adding more and more lately. I've been really excited about this. So what can you do here? You can have a door, and you can have, you know, something behind it. There's a zombie. It's a zombie. Yay. Hi. Meow. Okay, so I don't know if this is... It's super exciting. It's super exciting. Here's that Zenithar Additum gate. Well, what have I hidden back here? Try and decorate your tavern room. You can open this up. You can get 50 pieces of this from the Zenithar... Oh no, it's the public dungeon in Blackwood. Zenithar's library? That doesn't sound right. Sanctuary? I'll have to look it up. Oh, there's a crow! Crow friend! Hello, crow friend. Hello.
You have more shinies than you know what to do with.
Hey, nope. I do not have more shinies than I know what to do with. Okay, and then, so you can hide things back here, right? What's the name of that? It's in Blackwood. So that's actually a collectible furnishing that you can get. You collect the 50 pieces from Zenithar's Abbey. And then you could have this gate in every single one of your houses if you wanted. And then what's behind here? What's behind door number 3? Oh, it's a griffin! Oh my gosh, it's a griffin. It's amazing. Wait, where's my derpy griffin? Derpy griffin, there we go. Derpy griffin, derpy griffin, derpy griffin. Perfect. Okay. Goodbye, griffin. So, surprises. I just put basic things. You could put more surprising things back there, or creepy spiders, or whatever you want, right? And then additional surprises. I'm all about the surprises, so much so that I actually have like 3 emotes dedicated to these coffers. What do you hide in the coffer, right? You can open this up. You can open this up. And, aha, there's a sweet roll. Glorious, glorious sweet roll. Tasty sweet roll. All hail the golden sweet roll. Okay, we can hide something in a clam, like your snowball buddy. Or you could hide something in this trinket box, which is really tiny. There's really not a lot you can hide in it, but you could put like a little... I'm always excited when people don't just put something in here, which is what I'm doing right now, but they actually put something creative in them. Like... Oh, I need to be in first person mode. So you can put like a little die in there or something small, right? And then you can hide that and be like, oh, what dice did you roll? It's like, I rolled a 6, of course. Anyway, that's a small one that you can interact with. I just wanted to have it there as an example. Oh, there's also, I forgot to get this one. There's a gold Coast Keg. It's giant. It's giant achievement furnishing. It's a huge wine rack as big as this building nearly. And you can swing the door open on that one. So, anyway, that's a couple things you can do with having surprises. And then another thing is music boxes. So over here I have this music box playing. You know, adding a little bit of a tone to this. Turn that off, and there are lots of different music boxes you can get. This one is actually from Somerset. You can actually get this from the Antiquities. Put the 3 pieces of it together, and you can actually get multiple of them if you like. Again, it's a different music, and sets a different tone here. Or I just have like a couple other examples. There are 20 or so music boxes at this point. They tend to look pretty nice too. Kind of high resolution type of thing. So maybe you just want to get some music boxes and think about what you might do with those as far as decorating your home to kind of fit the mood, right? I love the moving parts on these too. That one even has all the funky blue mushrooms in there. I love it. I love it. It's a bit more of like an ominous, mysterious type of a thing. Where did I put all my emotes? There we go. I love the blue mushrooms there. Okay, so those are a couple things that you can do with housing as far as the functional side of things. Did I miss anything? Let me know if I missed anything. I want to cover that as far as crafting. Oh, well, let me go here. Let me go to Stormhawk's Primary really quickly. It's our spicy guild hall. Actually, a lot of guilds use it. One other thing you can do is do your sealed writs here. And so if you're really into endgame crafting, you can get the attunable crafting stations, and you can do your sealed writs, or just make gear for yourself too. I make a lot of gear. This crafted gear, you can level it up and do a lot with it as far as being able to. Oh yeah, Mundastones. I have Mundastones. So let's say there's a particular set I really like. Well, I can go and make that here in the comfort of your own home, or in the comfort of somebody else's home who that bothered to go and get the stations. So if I want to make some gear here, I can go ahead and do that. I can make it in lots of different styles. And this will be set gear. So if I have all 5 pieces of it, so if I have 5 pieces of armor or the weapons or the jewelry, this will actually really increase my stat recovery. And there are lots of different types of sets. A lot of them more tanky, a lot of them more healy, a lot more DPS-y. So lots of different sets, or you use them for your sealed writs for your crafting. I can also use the Mundastones in the comfort of your home. So I usually use the Lover Stone, but if I wanted to have, say, extra stamina recovery instead, I could go do this from my own home as well, or again from a guild leader's or another member's home. Lots of times these are more oriented toward guilds because it's a huge labor of love to gather all these together, but you could just piggyback off of somebody and use these. So yeah, I could go ahead and change this and get lots of stamina recovery instead. I don't want to spend too much time here. There's some Stormhawk does some fun things with housing I really like, which is like modifying statues and things like that. So you can kind of get really fun with how you decorate, or you can make your own kind of custom weird creations. There's some NSFW stuff in here, so I won't spend too much time, but you can do the NSFW stuff in your homes too. Hydrate. I thought I got rid of hydrate for the day, but apparently I didn't. You can also access a banker. Maybe you have your new crow friends. Those count. You can go and actually withdraw things and deposit things in your bank. Or from merchant, you can actually access the store and sell things here if you need to. So, some additional functionality of housing. So, a lot you can do with it. And again, just getting into a really good guild. Most big guilds will have something like this anymore. So, and they're also just kind of fun places to come and hang out or roleplay or do whatever like that with, right? Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Well, let's see. I think that covers a lot of what I wanted to with kind of the functionality of housing. Let me just make sure. Cobbling things. Oh, character. Let me one quickly, because I didn't really have any examples of this. I haven't done a lot with character pathing. I actually had a really fun contest a ways ago called Pathing Surprises, where we try to have like weird things you could do with character pathing, as far as maybe you're sitting in an outhouse and a spider pops out at you. Those were all in good fun. Anyway, or you could just have fun things like we had racetracks with like griffin races and things like that, where you can a lot of flying pets can actually fly with the character pathing. So instead of just having this kind of motionless thing with your house, right? There's a lot they can do. That's why I like things like the moving water and whatnot. But let's say I have my banker here, new fun crow banker, and I want you not just to sit here, right? What if I want you to move a bit? And maybe I want you to move a little bit, right? Well, then I can have you move a little bit. And oh, it's so awesome just to have these sorts of things. And you can do this with, and you can get really, really clever with how you're doing this. You can edit these and have them go upstairs, or kind of duck in and out of doorways so that sometimes they're visible and sometimes they're not. You could even put them underground if you just want to literally pop up. Oh, Stormhawk, hey, how's everything going? At sprint, they can fly. Oh, you can... Wait, really? I didn't know you could do that. I'm going to move these up. I'm going to see if it will fly. I'm going to see if you can make these fly. If I go ahead and change the movement speed. This might be tricky with the UI. The way I have it. Because I didn't have this bound. Oh, no, I need to be able to click on this. How do I click on this? I need to bind that. Ba-ba-ba. I think there's ways to do it from... Again, I haven't done a lot with this. Path. I need to be able to click on it. Path settings. Wait. There we go. I can do it from here. Perfect, perfect. Okay, perfect. So I can go ahead and change... You can randomize this too if you like. Which maybe I should do. I should probably bind this. That's my problem. I need to bind it. I can change the time that it waits. I can wait like up to 3 minutes. I don't want to do that right now. But I can make it wait a little bit longer. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Left mouse. I know I can do that, but then it doesn't work because it's trying to move it. I need to get the path. I need to get the marker up. Let me see if I can do this. Sorry, a little hiccup. I'm actually not sure where to even do it. It might be an EHT thing. I have something not bound. I have something. It might be. It could be any of them. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it right now. You need to bind speed. Yeah, I don't remember where to do it. I want to see it fly. You intrigued me enough. I don't know if it's a base game thing. I think it's a base game thing. I have way too many add-ons. It makes it complicated. Maybe I don't worry about it right now. If anybody knows the name of the toggle for that, let me know. For binding the, this is a bad intro to this. I'm not good at character pathing. I just haven't done a lot with it. But again, you can change it, and you can, move them about, or you can have them be faster, or wait, or do, yeah, there's a lot you can do with that. So that's what you can do. You can have your bankers and your merchants and your house guests. We'll have house guests you can do with this. They'll feel maybe a little bit more interactive. We'll have house guests anymore. Maybe you need your drunk elfique here somewhere, right? Or maybe you need your Hraltar, the boaster. Maybe you want him boasting about. And that can be good. And I just want him walking back and forth. And he'll walk back and forth. Or you can get really crazy with it. You can add up to 50 nodes and get really clever with it and with the movement speed and everything. Let's go into the housing editor and toggle the node speed. Default is U. No, but that's the problem. I don't have a default on. Or are you saying access to all the nodes from the housing editor? I might be able to do that. I'm maybe not going to worry about it right now. Under keybinds. Wait, keybinds? Wait. Keybinds. Sorry about that. Add-ons. Alright, yeah. I'm just clicking everything. Housing editor. Oh, here it is. Toggle. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Yeah, let's do... I don't know what I had as U before. Okay, I want to see this. Okay, now I can do it. Thank you for that. Oh, there we go. I can do it. Run. Run. Or is it sprint? It's sprint? Sprint and crow. I want sprint and crow. Oh, no, it flies. From node to node. I should probably put some wait times in these. There we go. So I put a wait time of 3 seconds on that one, but the other ones are all instant. So, yeah, okay, so you can have that just flying around. Okay, great. So, figuring this out. Keybinds are going to be your friend, I'll just say that. Okay, perfect. So you can have it fly around, different treasures. Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay, with that, I still have 10 houses to tour that I thought were good examples of housing. Now that I've actually shown off a lot of my own, well, a little bit of my own stuff. Let me just make sure, didn't miss too much of my own stuff. Oh, I have my moon sugar, but I think for the sake of time, I'm going to continue to go around to some other people's houses, and show you just a couple other cool things that you can do with housing, kind of as an artistic medium, kind of highlighting some of the cool winners from our past contest. And we'll do Blackwood Code at 2:30. Okay, great. Yeah, I recently modded Flimtooth and Greek Gemini, by the way, just in case there are any potential problems or just because they're awesome. So appreciate ya. Oh, Just Salem, thank you. If somebody could do a shout out. We are continuing along, showcasing a lot of cool housing. What can you do with it? So we had an interesting contest lately, last month. Check the details up there, or I think I don't remember if I exported that to my YouTube channel. I might have, though. Elverine had our Paints and Plants contest. The goal here, I always try to kind of constrain people with any of the contests I put on. So it's always okay, here's here's housing.
9 to 12. Love Jart Hard Eyes. Jart Hard Eyes. Jart Hard Eyes. Jart
Ninetales are amazing.
Jart Rave. Jart Cool Cow. Jart Cool Cow.
That's a lot of emotes. Thank you, Ninetale. I see that you found the new animated emotes. They are pretty amazing. Thank you. So there's tons you can do with housing. Maybe it's a little overwhelming. Maybe it's a little too much. So what I often do is give people a prompt or a constraint, right? And try to and then just have people go at it and be okay, what do I do with this prompt? So the prompt here was take any in-game painting and then kind of build off of that. And so what Elverine did here was took this little waterfall painting, and it just kind of has a very subtle color palette. It doesn't really draw too much attention to itself. Well, let's bring it to life. It's magical. It's cursed. It's starting to spew water into the home, and it's starting to grow everywhere. And it's like the forest is being brought into the house here. So they did an amazing job with it, and it feels so, you know, action-filled, even though there's not like tons of people or anything around even panicking. But you can see the panic here with the chairs being toppled over, or the bed being crushed by the tree, or the water flowing certainly helps a lot. So I thought this was a really fun one, and why it ended up being one of our winners for our Paints and Plants contest. I have a couple other examples like this. I gotta keep speeding along. I was planning on maybe 2 or 3 hours stream, and this looking like it might be longer than that, but we'll keep going past 3. Okay, so thank you again, Elverine. And we had... Was this the right one? It's okay if it's not. The right one? No, this one. I'm going out of order. Let me go to this one. Okay, there we go. Another Paints and Plants one. Thinking about artistry of this. I always think of housing as this artistic medium. You know, it's a 2-dimensional monitor that you're looking at, right? But they have these 3-dimensional models in the game, and it's a very immersive type of a game, which I think what we like about ESO a lot of the time, right? And so you have these three-dimensional models, and then lots of times they have a bit more vibrancy to it than that. And things like character pathing, things like flowing water, they add a bit of a time element to it. And so in that case, it's not just like you're looking at a sculpture that just kind of sits there. You're looking at something animated, a little bit of like a scene with a bit more motion. So that's where lighting and things like that can come into effect. So flowing water in that previous one, I think, really demonstrated that. Here we have something just beautiful and artistic. So Perfectly Humble had taken this griffin painting, amazing big painting, so you could put that in your house just as is and enjoy it, or you can kind of draw some inspiration from it. So that's what they did here with this Ikebana inspired kind of griffin nest here. So you can kind of see that with the Talvani furnishings and the flowers there. Taking something that's very chaotic with the griffin nest and making something more organized, really paying attention to the form and the composition on this and the colors and everything. It's beautiful, beautiful. I love this style. We'll see a couple other things kind of like this as we continue to showcase some things. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So this was from Perfectly Humble, I think, and this was, you know, amazing use of just a small space too. So just kind of using it and coming up with an artistic expression here. So maybe you're interested in 3D modeling and artistry and things like that. Well, I think ESO has a lot on that front. So maybe you're just like, what do I do with a bed and a yarn ball? Well, you can come up with something that's a little creative and unique and personalized and really expresses your creative vision, right? So it's not like overly complicated, but what a beautiful piece that Perfectly Humble put together for that contest. So okay, and we had even more. Again, using just like that fern, I think that's just from the Home Goods Furnisher too. Or these support beams are just from the Brass Fortress Home Goods Furnisher. Not really expensive. Like these furnishings for the most part didn't cost a lot. More about thinking creatively with them. So you don't have to just... Lots of times people just like get a big statue and they can be proud of it. Maybe they earned it and they just want to really showcase it. They can put it and adore it, or they can, you know, give it a dress or something. Modify it, give it a cape, or make a shrine in front of it, something like that. Make it more part of the house instead of just has his... I tend to like that style a bit more, where you're coming up with creative things. Okay, let me go to... Oh, I might be freezing. No, there's something else wrong. Let's try this again. Okay, never mind. Just a little UI. I'm using the Essential Housing Tools add-on. Not that add-ons are a focus today, but if you're on PC, there are several add-ons that will help you. If you just want to put in chat some of your favorites, I really like the Essential Housing Tools add-on as far as actually being able to make a list of your favorite houses. And then things like the Furniture Catalog add-on really help you to tell where furnishings are sourced from. Or Master Merchant, so you can actually like tell how much things cost to craft, sort of thing. So a lot of those. So some of them I recommend just for the sake of gold making tips and whatnot. Okay, so we had... I'm going to go through a couple basics. So maybe you're just getting into housing and you're thinking, okay, I want to make a bedroom or I want to make a kitchen. And these are just kind of like the basic things that, most people would add to a normal home, right? This isn't like crazy a parkour course, right? But you could do a crazy parkour course or a dueling arena or something. Maybe should have included a dueling arena here. There are a couple of good dueling arenas I've seen in various tours. Or I made one myself at one point. This is a home from Swinkery. This was from our Crazy Kitchens contest. Is it crazy? It's crazy creative. It's crazy beautiful. Again, using that statue, using a big Azura statue there, and just kind of using it as a focal point. And is really framing this. Swankery is incredibly talented with taking these furnishings, which are, they're all these old school, like medieval time frame based furnishings for the most part. Elder Scrolls is kind of like a pre-technology type of it. Tamriel is kind of like pre-technology in a lot of cases. And making things just very, very clean and minimalistic and modern, and it's so stylized using these furnishings. It's crazy, so I have a couple of other... I'll actually be going to a couple of Swankery's homes tomorrow. If you like this sort of style, during my housing hike, I do a weekly housing hike on Fridays for both PCEU and PCNA, so I'll be touring some of hers at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, on July 9th. And then water feature, I think that very well might just be a couple of those small everlasting waterfalls just kind of linked together. I think that's what's going on there. It's just using multiple of them. Again, it's just... And then what can you do? You can cobble together, overlap things, like you make an oven door here. There's not an oven in ESO, but if you use the furnishings and orient them and isolate the textures, like the glass front from a display case or the end of a thread of spool for the buttons on the dials, you can come up with creative modern designs. Maybe you want stovetop. You can use the tops of some bottles for the buttons, or the some metalwork for the burners here. So it's clever, super clever. Oh, I missed my 230 drawing. Let's do our 230 drawing. We're doing a Blackwood Game Code giveaway. This is available for all platforms. Moo if you haven't yet. Though you don't have to moo again if you already moved before. Or these hanging lights, right? So there's some beautiful Merkmeyer hanging bottle lights, but then you kind of add a little bit like a shade to it and come up with a creative way of doing that, and you have something really, really special here. These cobbled chairs. Again, just using a couple furnishings together and thinking creatively about angles and how you're doing that, and the textures and the colors and the lighting, and Swankery just has an amazing talent for this. But you can think about these things too. So instead of just using a light source as it is, maybe think, what can I do with this to make it unique or more fit a particular style I'm going for? Maybe this is too bright. Maybe I want to cover it up a little bit. Or maybe you saw a texture on the bottom of a platform, and it's like, well, I like the bottom of the texture. I turned this upside down, I saw it, and I like the bottom of it better. I'll then use the bottom of it. So there's so many different ways of going about housing. Okay, let me go ahead and do the prize drawing here. Winner is Blackwood winner. Blackwood winner is Telly Earl. Congrats. We'll be doing the pink Torchbug pet code in about 10 minutes, so moo if you haven't. That's a special one. Okay, and let me go to a couple more houses, just kind of showcasing the versatility of housing as this kind of artistic medium, right? And just showing that you can really spruce up your houses, and a lot of these furnishings, like I love how the Swinker used the Merkmeyer vases up there along with just a basket lid. They're like stupid cheap on the Guild Traders, or you could craft the basket lids at least, and but thinking about textures and isolating those, and so you don't necessarily have to get all these really expensive things. You could just it's pretty easy to earn gold in the game. That you could earn 1,000 of these basket lids an hour. It's more than you could decorate with your house.
Thank you.
Grave Shadow, thank you. Thank you, appreciate that. The cow. Oh, how's the cow hiding going? We'll be doing a special prize at 3 o'clock. I'll stay on NA until 3 then. I still have all of EU to get to. I apologize if you've been... I wasn't necessarily expecting people to be in their houses for the EU showcases, but I'm going to stay on NA until 3, and then I have about another 8 houses to show off on EU that I think really exemplify a lot of the cool things you can do with housing. So, okay. I was hoping to get that all done in a couple hours, but it's so cool to revisit these. Okay, that was pretty well what I had wanted to see on NA so far. Let me show off one new house. I haven't ever showed off on the stream. Maybe you've watched my housing hikes all the time or my housing contests all the time. Well, this will be a new house. I've never seen it before. I poked my head in just enough to see that I wanted to come, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to go show this off today, and then I'll take in all the details. So if you like that previous house for our Crazy Kitchens contest, here's something that Swinkery did just on our own. I love Swinkery's style. She I don't know, it's like, there's just something that you can do with housing. And maybe this looks normal, maybe you've never played ESO, maybe this is just like how you kind of think housing is. It takes a bit of talent, but you can get there too. It's just kind of thinking creatively about what you're doing with these furnishings. So, if this feels very artsy, and it feels very kind of like clean and modern, I don't know if it represents ESO very well in that case, but you can make your houses a lot more gritty, like your characters live, right? So maybe you have a Khajiit with a skooma parlor or whatever. Well, you can do that too, right? Or you can have this more kind of modern type of a feel. Are you fighting over the cow rugs? I think people did a couple rainbows. That's fine. So a bit more subtle. Oh yeah, cowhide rug there. So things like using a serving platter as a coffee table, or things like using these wicker baskets as part of a chair. Things like taking this blacksmithing water trough and turning that into something that kind of makes it feel like it's capturing the candlelight here, or using actually as a fin of a crest of a trophy, one of those Undaunted busts, and it kind of looks like a flame from this angle, especially with the water. So art up on the wall, amazing. More custom hanging lanterns and things like that. So a lot of these are just these custom cobbled creations, and you can really add your own personality to these and your own way of doing this. And I just love it when just people just like straight up like make art on the wall and framing these things, and maybe kind of read into it. Maybe it's a little abstract, or it could go more realistic, or just focus on the colors and composition and whatnot. No, don't be sad if you're not this good at decorating. No. This is more like what you can do this. Swankery is like on another level a lot of time. So, it's more like just thinking creatively about this, or maybe you're into this sort of thing. Maybe you don't do anything with housing, and you're like, oh, I didn't never think about doing housing like that. That's more of what I'm hoping for here. Don't be intimidated, please. The modern look, this type of more modern look is really hard to pull off. I mean, it's doable, but it's really about thinking more about texture and maybe how you're syncing things. Like lots of times on these, you're not using the entirety of the furnishing. Like these Khajiit benches, you're just Swinkery's just used the top cushioning part of it, and otherwise it's all covered up. So again, it's kind of thinking about these in terms of three-dimensional space. I didn't even look at this art on the wall. That's kind of cool, using these different spears and everything. Geometric symmetry on that and everything. Okay, yeah, lovely bed. So this is a new one, custom chandelier up above. Awesome, awesome. Really lights this up. Actually, the entirety of the roof, ceiling here has been retextured with carpets as well. I think just to kind of soften the look of this, so it's just not so much brown, because there's like quite a bit brown just in ESO by default. A lot of wood and mud. So anything that kind of softens things up using the carpets or using colorful things or fabrics and things like that, or the antiquities. There are so many great antiquities. Oh, let me plug one add-on. There are lots of antiquities that you can get. Maybe you just look up a guide online, or if you have the display leads add-on, you can look for furnishings here and just look at everything. There are so many furnishings you can get from the antiquity furnishings. Various maps, various unique furnishings. Pretty well every zone has something that you can dig up, or maybe multiple. For the most part, multiple. I actually made a video on my YouTube channel ways back. One of my most popular videos about the antiquities and just kind of what they look like. And they're pretty special furnishings for the most part. Yeah, so there are tons of these. Even Blackwood added new antiquity furnishings, and so you can figure out where they come from. This is why I like the display leads add-on. Not only do you know what they are, but you can know where they come from. So something like the prismatic sunbird feather comes from griffins, for instance. So it's good to know that. Or these could come from safe boxes in Reaper's March. So it's good to know where they come from. Or the golden idol of Morehouse, the best one, comes from minotaurs. Oh, speaking, maybe I'll go poke in my moon sugar really quickly, just to kind of show off a couple of things I've done. Not really a focus, but the golden idol of Morehouse made me think of it. Thinking about textures and whatnot. This will showcase a little bit going on with that too. Oh yeah, that's Hammerdeath from Swankery. It's very transformed, right? So you can transform a place, you can make it livable, or you can think about your own character. So maybe you have an Altmer character that you just made, and they're a scholar, and you can use various furnishings and then different techniques to really play that up, right? So here, oh, it's going to get dark here. Oh no. The sun is my enemy. I mean, the sun is my friend for the most part. It's when it gets dark. A lot of houses actually pop. If you have like a lot of magical mushrooms and crystals and things like that outside, those will all shine really brightly when it's dark out. Otherwise, that's why lighting is really important. Here's my moon sugar. I mostly just use this to kind of demonstrate various things. We had a flower arrangement contest before, and I wanted to kind of showcase something like, okay, what does my what do I look like as a flower arrangement? Anyway, maybe see the horns. So this will just have some examples of various contests I've done. We had a decorate a character costume. So here's my banker dressed up as a bunch of grapes for Halloween. That was pretty fun. Or for Witches Festival. There was a pumpkin. We had a pumpkin decorating contest. I put in a ticket at one point for bigger pumpkins, so we could actually have like a proper pumpkin decorating contest. They're kind of small as is, but hey, it makes you get creative with thinking about it. You can see a lot of these on my website. I'll see a lot of marker things. I just kind of scattered a lot of these out just so you could see the texture. So here's the well, a solitude well, and then here's what it looks like upside down. So maybe you just like the texture, the upside down texture. So this is exactly how you can think about housing, which is you can use a vampiric cauldron, but maybe you just want to use this as like a word base, or maybe you just want to isolate the beaker here. Oh, it is pink torchbug pet code time. Last chance, MOO in the Twitch chat for a pink torchbug pet code giveaway. Or here was for our glorious golden cows contest. We had a fun contest with that, just kind of playing up the cow theme. There are only so many cow furnishings. Poor cow hide drugs. Or there's that golden idol of Morehouse with augmented glasses, but that's okay. Having fun with it. All the golden cows, beautiful, beautiful. Have all the happy cows. Wait, where's my cool cow? There's my cool cow. Okay, thank you. And then we have, just different ways of thinking about textures. So there's like a big craftable tower, or you could sink it down. Maybe just like it more as like a gazebo, right? Or maybe just like it upside down. Here's a texture on the bottom. Maybe just use it as a platform that way. Or here's some various Undaunted rewards from one of the latest dungeons. Hey, you can go buy these from the Achievement Furnisher. Maybe I should go to that store really quickly. Or here's my Pampered Pets pet. So, a lot of contests that we've done. I've done a lot of my screenshots from here. Again, if you're interested in some of my contests, here's some data, or here's some links with information about that. We're doing a Leowin Home Goods contest and a Water's Edge contest. Those are open to PC EU and PCNA. Those should be fun contests to come into it. So here was my little creative pet. I wanted to go for like a painting in the backdrop with like a little pupper paws, and like a custom toy here, like a caterpillar toy. Maybe some of the felt was being pulled out. So yeah, and the food and the water and everything. Glorious sausages, big mammoth bone, because the pepper deserves it. Okay, so yeah, those are some fun things you can do. And then, oh, I missed one. We had to build a snowman contest, so I might be... You might see a cow theme. I might be a little vain. Anyway, I've really glommed onto this character. Do you like this? That's a sunbird feather from the griffin. Poor griffin. Oh no, poor griffin. Oh no. It's okay. It went to good use. So, again, these custom creations. Okay, let's do the pink torch pug winner. Torch pug. Okay. Okay, pink torch bug pet code winner is Jortung. Congratulations. If you could please whisper me and let me know what platform you're... No, actually, I don't need to know your platform. It's usable by anybody. For that one, it's a little different, though. What you do is you go into the Crown Store UI and you do this redeemed reward code. Pretty sure that's how you get that one. Different from most of the other ones, what you do on the ESO website. So, yeah, that's how you can get that one. I'll whisper that to you later, okay? Okay, perfect. Congratulations. Congrats. All the hype edge. Brave bees. All the love. We have the new animated emotes. I'm so happy about that. We also have these new follower emotes. Even if you're not subscribed. Perfect. Okay, let's go back and see what people have done. I had a challenge. I put this out towards the beginning of the stream today, which was I put 600 of these cowhide rugs in my Kushalet Sanctuary. And I sent out a challenge for people to do whatever they wanted with it. And if I am wowed by what they have done, I'm going to do an extra Eerie Violet Bandungor pet code giveaway. So let's go see what they've done. Hope everything's been good so far. I still have a lot to show up on EU. I think will be good. Okay, we have multiple peoples here. Oh, there were apparently some trees. I left all the default furnishings that the helm came with. Oh no, how ominous is it? Oh my gosh, they actually made some cool stuff. Okay, what did they do? There were braziers that were... So there were 600 cow rugs and then about 50 other braziers and whatnot. Okay, I'm going into a terrifying cave here. Oh no, it's made out of my cowkin. There can only be one. That's why they're all dead. No, that's okay. I think there's nothing through here. Oh, only the future. Oh, there is something here. Oh gosh. What a dress. What a dress. I love how it just really flows together. Oh my gosh. I love the hat. It's kind of like an old-timey sailor hat, right? Or so we have the statue. I forgot this place came with this giant statue. So we have... Is it Sheo? It's Sheo, right? This is Statue of Sheogrith, Shivering Isle Sovereign. I think it comes with this house. I don't think it's available currently. Oh gosh, those... at least it's covered up. At least it's covered up there. Oh, with the braziers. Sheo, otherwise a little obscene. I think you've gone for the wow factor. Uncle Sheo go moo. Oh, I'm impressed. I'm impressed you were able to do all this in the last, like, hour and a half. We have, I think it's a cow. Or a dog. I think it's a cow. Oh, you've breathed some life back into this. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Bullhorns at this. Beautiful creation. Does it have... oh, it even has a little tail with a torch. Oh, that's super cute. And then we have an octopus. That's actually kind of cool, because like the octopus can like model their skin to blend in. I imagine they might need to blend in with the cow texture. Oh, I was hoping somebody would do this. We have moos. We have moos. We have all the moos. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, necromancy. Yeah, necromancer. Okay. Oh, we have like an extra little cow there, out to pasture. It's a blobby critter of some sort. I'm going with it being a cow. Oh, somebody seems to have hung up their clothes there on the tree branch. And then we have like all these little houses, all these little little happy surprise box of Oblivion portals. Oh, we even have a maze. Wait. I want to look at these little houses first. So we have a little house. Oh, we even have a little pupper house. Just using 2. Okay, this is really okay. I don't know. This is super clever. So just put the challenge up. Use 600 of these cowhide rugs. I just opened this up an hour and a half ago, and people were able to do all this in this time. So, you know, thinking creatively, making a little, just a little pet house, right? Just using 2 of these. See, it doesn't take a lot, but it takes a creativity, right? We don't want to hide our creations. Oh no. Could you give the name of the gamer? Oh yeah, that's the thing. Who did each of these? I guess, here. Oh yeah, we have everybody's kind of standing by their own creations here, right? Oh wow, you really cooperated, so you didn't like eat each other's pieces, right? Yeah. So who did what? Let me go look. Who did this one? Who did the spooky cave and the Sheo, or the Sheo? Jacqueline did this one. Okay, cool. Jacqueline did the creepy cow. Oh man, it has demonic horns going on. I like that. Did you also do the? Or I'll go look at Sheo again. Let's go look at Sheo in the dress. So maybe Jacqueline did this one too, with the dress. Okay, let me know. So everybody's been collaborating a little bit. At least kind of breaking off so they don't step on each other's toes and steal each other's rugs. And then we have Aricia Sage made the giant cow. I'm assuming it's a cow. Did a good job. Like, so quickly too. And we have, who made the octopus? Great Gemini made the octopus. Basking in Jura's light there. It's pretty incredible. Oh, dress was Alley Tubes. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Alley Tubes. I love Alley Tubes. They do a lot of retexturing on. I've seen a lot of their houses before. And then we have, wait, who did these houses? Zarasea. Oh no, they've been eaten by their scamp. So we have some huts. Makes some sense. Or a little doghouse. Or another little smaller house. Or the portal here. And then we have Sony 1 has made a maze. Ooh, do I do this? I'm going to fall into lava, aren't I? Now, these do have collision. Oh, no. I'm going to fall into lava. Oh, no. Prep. I'm prepping my dead cow emote. Oh, no. Don't fall into the lava. Oh. Is there an escape? I found the exit! Okay! I'm totally safe if I fall through here, right? Oh no! Save me, little blobby critter. Oh. No, I didn't quite make it. Close. We were talking about fun things you could do with housing, right? No, oh no. No, dead cows. Oh, wrong one. Smells delicious, at least. Let's see, I think I missed a couple. Oh man, you're able to do so much They say sorry. And then the moo out here. Is Lavathi? Lavathi made the moo? Can I get out there without dying? Is that a mud crab? Is that a mud crab? Did you make a mud crab? I couldn't see that from the other angle. I think it's a mud crab. Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't actually have, like, crab emotes. I need crabs. Oh, well. And then we have a cow, and it looks like this might be me hanging from a tree. Maybe. With a moo. With a moo. Moo is beautiful. Okay, medium rare J hair. I think I'm well done there. It's like I'm hanging my guild tabard up. I'm about to go swimming with the mud crabs. Okay, thank you all. I'll say in zone chat here. Thank you all for the extra. I was not okay. I was wowed. I was more than wowed. Wait. Remaining data has something in the middle. I don't know how to get back there without dying. Let me go back to the beginning. Ooh. Let's get back to the beginning. How did I miss it? How did I miss it? I missed one. I missed one? Wait, oh, this way. This way. Totally missed it. There's a ramp. Ramp down to the lava. It says remaining data. Remaining data made... Oh, I like how you use the other side of it, right? Oh, right down to the lava. We have like a swimming hole. Do we have another maze falling into lava? Oh, you made an art. Ooh, magic. It's moo magic. It's like a little secret shrine to Azura or something. Okay. You know what you could do if you have decorator permissions? You know what you can do? I'm just saying. I don't know. No, they're on to me. Oh no. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh no. I can have a furnishing war. Okay, don't actually start a furnishing war. Leave them up. Don't destroy them. Sorry, I messed yours up. Here, I'll put your rugs back. Okay. Oh, they survived. I feel bad. Oh, it's hidden in there. You can get it. Only 2 hides remain. Can you get that one? You can go fix that if you need to. I think you can pull it with the... Anyway, thank you, Remain Data. Thank you for being a good sport. Okay, that was way more than impressive. I said I was going to do a Eerie Violet Bandungor pet code giveaway if I was impressed by the... what you were able to come up with. I'm way more than impressed. So I'm super wowed. Let's do 2. Moo if you haven't for our Eerie Violet Bandungor pet code. Let me pull that out so you can actually see what it looks like. Is this cute one? I know as soon as I place this, somebody's gonna grab it, but that's okay. Oh, this is what you can get. We'll do 2. We'll do 2 winners. You can take it. Oh, everybody, thank you so much. There we go. We'll do two of these Eerie Violet Bentangors, because you went way over and above. Oh yes, we can worship the Guar. A little Guar. Worship the little Guar. I'll do it with my swords out. Oh no! Oh no, our sacrifice! Oh no, it's in the fire. We'll go worship over this way. Okay, beautiful. And here's the thing about housing that we didn't really talk about as I was going through and talking about the artistry and the functionality of housing, which is, hanging out with people and having fun with it, and, maybe get some your guildies together, or your friends together, maybe do, like, a role-playing type of thing, maybe use these emotes, or just have fun with it, right? If you already have it, I'll make an alternative prize available to you. So, I'll, if you win, whisper me, and we'll figure it out. Okay, purple naked chicken. And maybe this is what housing is really about. You can have, well, I can have 24 guests over in my notable house here and have fun with it. Maybe we should have started with this. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to draw for this, and then I'm going to take a little break, because I've been streaming for 2 hours while standing, and I probably need to stretch a little bit. And then I'm going to hop over to EU, and we'll be showing off some other cool recent homes from various contests on EU that I think really exemplify what you can do with housing, as well as one new home from Lavathi, so I've never toured before. So that'll be the plan for right now. So let me go ahead and do the 2 prize drawings. Oh, Griffin up. We'll do the rainbow. Oh, I can't do the rainbow all kowtowing, though. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's do the two winners here. Housing, the true endgame of ESO. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I kind of agree. Okay, winner. First of 2 winners is Holds the Door. See, you're not following. If you could follow, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Get instant access to emotes and all the good stuff. Okay, I'm going to write you down for now, though. And our second winner, because I'm more than impressed with what everybody was able to do here, is Mio Crits. Congrats. Okay, good deal. I'm not quite sure about the technicalities of doing an ad break with it being a sponsored stream, so I might not just do an ad break. I might just go away for a couple minutes, use the restroom. So anyway, let me just do that then. Let's do an extra giveaway of some sort. Let's do it. So I kind of went through all the giveaways I was planning on. Let me do this. How about we do this? Some sort of extra giveaway. And then I'm going to take a little break while you do that. And I'm going to hop over to PCEU, and I have a bunch more homes to show off there. Let's do this again. Let's do this. Okay, fresh Moo. I reset this. So Moo is good to go. Let's do this. I have just a bunch of codes from being a stream team partner for various platforms, like 30 days of ESO Plus, or 1,500 crowns, or maybe an extra torch bug. Just MOO in the chat. I reset this, so Moo again if you hadn't before, and I'm going to take a 2-minute break and be right back, and I'll just leave it as is, and BRB, and then I'm going to hop over to PCEU and keep showing off some awesome houses, some that I think are amazing. So, more after this. Be right back. Okay, just want to make sure I can talk a little bit. Okay, thank you. Okay, Moo, we're doing basically a lot I'll make a lot of options available to you based off of the platform that you went on. Okay? Deal? Bonus winner is... Then we'll hop over to PC EU. Winner is... Ladron Dealomas. If you could follow, that'd be great. Lad. RN Deal. Good deal. Good deal? Good deal. Are you a good deal? I hope you're a good deal. Okay. And we will kowtow to something more permanent. Go to the octopus. That's right. Everything's changing. What are you doing? Okay, I just want to say thank you again. Lavathi is here. Thank everybody again. Is Lavathi here? Oh, wait, where was... Wait, whisper. I just want to ask, because I was going toward one of Lavathi's homes. Should I visit your home earlier or later? I know it's getting late on EU, and I know that I have more homes to show off on EU. Now I'm going to ask right now, I could start with the new house, or I could leave it for later. Oh, I've been eaten by an octopus. Or something. Wait, what did I get eaten by? Hope it wasn't Sheo's dress. Oh, I got bald. Wait, oh, it's the octopus head. Oh no. Oh no, I've been absorbed. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter what order. Depends on the time of day. Oh, okay, we'll get over there. It's gonna be night. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so here's the deal. It's gonna be nighttime if I go to her Forsaken, and she says it's better during the daytime, so maybe I don't do that today. Anyway, let me get over to PCEU. We'll see how late it is, or early it is. Hopefully it'll be early. Maybe by the time I get through all the rest of the houses, it will be daytime. I can show it off. Well, he doesn't need to stay up, if that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna hop over to PCEU and show off some more houses. So we showed off tons of different types of houses, lots of different styles, a little bit more interactive here. Really fun to have some guildies over and just have... Thank you, everybody, for making that really great. And more to go. And we went over a lot of basics, like, you know, how do you get a lot of furnishings, how do you get houses. I didn't really talk about how do you get the crafting materials for the furnishings. A lot of that just has to do with harvesting, especially your mundane runes and your heartwood and your things like that, which just come from basic crafting nodes. It's okay if I do some EU houses too. I quitted. I maybe just... Well, I needed to, because I'm hopping servers. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, over to EU. Anybody have any questions about anything I talked about? I mean, I know I covered a lot today. A lot of it was more like back to basics, things that you can do in housing. Not a lot of nitty-gritty about getting into all the different types of furnishings, but there's lots of different furnishings you can work with. And then it's a matter of just kind of thinking creatively with it. If you want to do it that way, you can do it the creative way, you can do it the more roleplay way, you can do it a bit more subtly, or just go crazy with it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ah, Galen is back. Yeah, I always check like the Crown Store for various new things that are with housing. A lot of the stuff that's on the Crown Store is going to be housing stuff, like the furnishing bundle, the houses. It's going to be all these other houses, or... Yeah, a lot going on with that. Okay, so I have a list. We had a couple more Pilgrim's Rest winners on PCEU that I wanted to show off. Again, in-room, it's a small place, really easy to get. You can get the in-room for free if you are doing the Room to Spare quest, or it's just 3,000 gold otherwise. And 3,000 gold, if you're into housing, will not feel like a lot for the most part. Pretty easy to make gold in the game. Okay, so Israana has we saw a couple of these on PCNA. a little in-room that's been made up into a nursery. So hey, there's one of those little statuettes from before, being used as like a action figure or something like that here. And we have like a more kid-sized bed, kind of sinking half of it into the wall, so it's a bit resized, using some bottoms of some candles, so you have little building blocks. And again, the music box kind of sets some more, a little bit more of a, I don't know, just an appropriate scene here, right? And the skeveton, so that's using that character pathing. There's a little skeveton pet, and what Adriana has done here is put little character pathing nodes around in a circle, and so it goes along, kind of like a train would, or like this little robotic mouse might, right? Easy to make money, but easy to lose. Yeah, that's true, especially, so you start to think of all these different things that you can do with housing and the furnishings and whatnot. Maybe buy a few more than you need. Nah, it's fine. So this is super cute and great use of the character pathing. I'm actually glad to come back to this one and show it off here. So clever, and kind of building off the color scheme, you know, taking the window that's there and dressing it up a little bit with the curtains or whatnot, or adding colorful tapestries, or adding toys and books and things that would be appropriate for the character here, in which case would be like a little kid, right? Okay, really fun. And I'll show off another one of our Pilgrim's Rest winners. Again, thinking of a smaller place, if you're just getting started, and kind of like, what can you do with it, right? And then you start to get into like the medium-sized houses where instead of being able to put 30 items, you can put like 200 or 400 items, and then that really opens up a lot more as far as being able to add those small details. But even here, you can add details. So here is Stormfinger's home. This is like perfect with Blackwood and everything, with the Deadlands. Really fits the feel. Hey, there's a Laurent. You know, even your house guests and your pets and everything will fidget a little bit in your houses, so they feel a little bit more lively, even if you don't have the character pathing going on. And then using the moody light, using that little alcove that would normally have the window, it's kind of, and sinking a painting in there, it's kind of like we're looking out at the lava fields there. And then using textures, so we have these Deadlands tables, just using them just kind of for textures up on the wall, or some of these Daedric benches. Again, they look great up on the wall, like a really hearty feel to them. Great with the sconces and the textures. Okay, or like forbidden books here. We have the book here on the table. Really reminds me of Blackwood storyline, right? With the Daedric book. Okay, so this was from Sturmfanger on PCEU, was one of our winners for our Pilgrim's Rest contest, and just made amazing use of the space here. It's all 30 items, you know, plus like 2 pet and house guests, and just really clever way of doing this. Okay, let's have a couple more homes to show off, and then I think maybe we'll do a couple extra giveaways past this too. I think I was originally planning from about 1 till 3, so this is all kind of extra. Of what I couldn't fit in before because we were able to do so much before. Okay, next home I wanted to show off was, I think, Arahova's Cold Harbor Trail Estate. Yes. Oh, okay. This was a really fun one that we did for a contest a ways back. Maybe you can start to see what this is. Or maybe you've seen it before. I love this one. We had a Crazy Kitchens contest. Come and see this cheese. It's glowing. What is this? Oh, it looks tasty. Let's just go eat that. Oh, is that like a mousetrap? Mousetrap. Why is it so big, though? And then you get in here, and we have a Crazy Kitchen. It's super huge. I love this. This was my favorite winner from the Crazy Kitchens contest. So a bit of a Ratatouille-inspired build here, where I wanted to showcase this today because I think it really shows another way of thinking about housing, which is maybe you blow it up, or maybe you make it smaller. In this case, your character is tiny in comparison to everything else that you constructed around yourself, right? So thinking of things in terms of resizing stuff. Getting really clever with that too. How do you make a giant oven? Well, you'll probably have to use multiple furnishings together, right? Love this one. I know, I know. And all the details around here. So we have the big burners, and we even have some custom dishes going on. So, you know, adding the fish and the mushrooms and the herbs and everything. Have a custom sauce going on with that. Custom frying pan, and you know, really clever way of doing all of this. Then we even have our cart to go out to the restaurant, if I can get up there. This, you know, like fancy cart with a white cloth on top of it and everything. Or over here, if I can get over here, we have some cakes. And again, everything's so huge, right? Yeah, Arahova is amazingly talented. I've done a lot with my contest before too. So yeah, so we have like a sheet cake here. We have kind of a tiered cake, or maybe laying out some fondant here, and it's just really fun. You know, using these different furnishings. Like, this isn't really a cake; it's the top of a marble column, but the textures look right? So that's kind of how you can be thinking about these. And way too fun. Villandrill says this is really messing up your perception. It's awesome. I know. Or we even have more over here. We have the giant broom or the sink there. Can I get up there? I don't know if I can. I think I might be able to. I don't even know if I did before. Again, thinking about these furnishings in a different way, right? Oh, I can get up there. Maybe. No, I see how I can get up there. Okay. I don't think I did this before. Again, we have a custom dish being up here. There are a lot of food items that you'll see people eating around Tamriel, and then they have a lot of those as furnishing models, so you can come up with a custom food dish here too. Oh, I missed a jump. Oh, no. This is why you can have parkour challenges. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. Yeah, Giant's Kitchen concept. I actually wanted to maybe revisit this. It's such an amazing idea. Maybe do a contest like this in the future where, you know, resizing everything. Aha, we're prepping a salad over this way. We'll get over to the sink. Yeah, I didn't do this before. I need to be washed. There we go. I'm in the sink. Can even see outside. So, incredibly creative, and just, again, different way of thinking about housing. Are you tiny or are you huge? Okay. So that was from Arahova. Giant kitchen. I usually end up having more contest ideas than I can ever do in a month, though. We're doing 2 this month, so it's usually... it's a bit pushing that, 'cause I've been really busy with a lot of things, but those should be good. So we do have our 2 contests up on the forums right there. I'll just put the details on my contests up on the forums. Oh yeah, crazy good kitchen, Ratatouille inspired. I think inspiring here too. Okay, a couple more homes to show on EU that I just think really exemplify things. Oh, Willis home is... They said it would be better during the day. Let me save it for now. I don't think it's going to be nighttime by the time I get through these, but I'll push it back for now. Had an amazing home featured in my beautiful bedrooms contest. I'm going to go to Hachiko-chan's home next. Kind of thinking big again. Hachiko-chan made this during one of my made it and invited me to visit during one of my housing hikes. The Kanazawa district, so it's like a Japanese city street here. is amazing. I think they said it was better at night. I actually came during the day. I thought it looked so good during the day. I thought it was the right time to come. But they said, oh, it's actually really better at night because all the lanterns really make this pop. So if this is what you think of when you think of housing in ESO, then I'd be surprised. But this is kind of what you can do with it. It doesn't feel like Tamriel so much. It feels like I'm on a Japanese street, right? So I'm glad to have come back at night. It happened to be good timing. And again, coming up with custom things here. So we have, some really cool furnishings, like Solitude has a eel platter there. But then the rest of these are custom. So we have like little rice balls, or we have a ramen dish. Incredible that you can make these sorts of custom creations. Again, just kind of taking little furnishings and being like, okay, well, I want there to be an egg on top of my ramen, and you start to look at furnishings that might work for that. So you're looking for something with this orangey color, or you want that yolk. How do you spell that out? Well, it's going to be like the bottom of a little porcelain bowl there, or however you're going about this, thinking about the textures and the colors. And every update they tend to add more furnishings, and that gives you more opportunities, more ways of thinking about how you can come up with custom creations. Freedom in the Music says, love this build. I know. So we have all the food on display. I love how we have the Elfique there is maybe a little enamored with the food there. Just like, the juxtaposition on everything is fantastic. So I really love Hachiko-chan's work. Going with these building fronts, using different structural components, but then also using additional furnishings as well. Just like, how do you get this glow here? We just have some more yellowish type of furnishing, but it feels like those buildings are just so full of a warmth inside. And again, you have the character pathing, you have house guests, we have makes many soups here, which seems appropriate for a ramen shop. And, again, more custom food on display. Perfect. I might have got myself stuck. Let me get that up. Love the lanterns. A lot of the furnishings within ESO are... Notice kind of how a lot of the different cities they're inspired by real-life historical cities, especially a lot of ancient civilizations. I think there's a lot of, like, Akaviri furnishings, or a lot of these, like, Hakushe furnishings are more... You can kind of see how they draw from real-life examples of things. So, a lot of them end up fitting really, really well. Oh, rainbow? Do I have rainbow on EU? I do. I got that special... Pass on the side. Oh, you changed it up. Oh, you're awake. Okay, I can get in here without getting stuck. I don't remember. You have, forget, teppanyaki? Is that what that is? You changed this. Well, it used to be a ramen bowl there last time. I don't know my foods. I'm sorry about that. Beautiful. Or a shrine up here. I'm saying all these good things. I didn't know Hachiko-chan was here. Or we have a cat shrine. I mean, so it's just about isolating these textures. So it's not like this shrine is a thing that exists. This is multiple. It's a dozen different furnishings, using them all together. Oh, it's Dingo! That's right, Dingo! They have, like, the different flavors of them. Like, they'll have, like, a tea-flavored one, or... Well, that's how they often have it. Or, sorry about that. Sweet dumpling. Yeah, sweet dumplings on a stick. The Dingo. I should have known that one. Or more shop fronts here. Just getting really clever with this, right? Thank you. That Delia with a moo. Beautiful. Thank you. I have like a little bit of a tea shop here. Lower spices. It's perfect. And it just has such a vibrancy to it. Haven't even got to everything. Using all these dividers and the beds. So there's like tons and tons of beds up there. So instead of thinking of a bed as a bed, think about flipping it upside down and using it as a roof part. Like, it's so great. It's so great. Here we have a Neko bar with a cute little sign going on, more two-dimensional. A little bit of a tipsy cat there. And then everybody can converge here. And with the character pathing, it's kind of like they're interacting. Maybe they're ordering something. Maybe the Elfique is just sitting in the corner because they're tuckered out. So these are some of those kind of beautiful things you can do with ESO. I mean, this isn't maybe how you're going to start with housing, right? But it's kind of, I think it's so inspiring. Kind of like housing goals. Adding a whole custom, vibrant city here. Maybe inspired by things that mean things to you. Or we have a kimono there. I had visited this during a housing hike before, so that was always fun. Freedom in the music is so inspiring. I know. AliTube says, just not possible to see each detail. So seamlessly done. Yeah, it's incredible. So using a lot of the types of things that we talked about today, whether it's cobbling furnishings together, whether it's incorporating the character pathing, the importance of light, different sourcings for various furnishings. Some of these are from the luxury vendor, some of these are from home goods furnishing vendor, a lot of them are craftable. So amazing, amazing display of what you can do with housing. So one of my favorite houses I've ever toured. Thank you again, Hachiko-chan, for letting me revisit. Okay, a couple more houses I want to show off. Oh, I guess it is just a couple more. It's not going to be... I don't know if I should go back there. I'm going to go to Lilith's place here anyway. It's not going to be daytime, but it's not going to be the best. It's not going to be kind of how they wanted it, but it'll hopefully be okay. It's the best of day. Oh, they still have a lot of light up here. This'll be okay. Okay, so Lilith's Grand Temple Hideaway here. They had part of what they had here was for my beautiful bedrooms contest, and then a lot of this is just like this amazing summer vacation retreat. Maybe you can see some of the similar techniques that like even Hachiko-chan did, kind of with the layered yellow textures in there. Incorporating the natural water that comes with this house and then making that into a pool. Can even have these custom loungers here. Using the top of a furnishing, sinking that down to make a little end table there. It's fantastic. Or we even have, I don't even think I saw this before, kind of like washing all the seawater off, right? Or showering before you hop in the pool. Using the top of a well and sinking that down in. Okay, Lavathi is going to be okay. I could just go to it during the housing hike tomorrow, Lavathi. Let me know how you'd like me to handle it. I'll do what you want me to do. As my voice is kind of losing. I've been too excited today. It's been way too fun. Tavistock, thank you. Get custom art up on the wall and sculpture. Decide all the way that you do this. Using the side of a greenhouse. It has a lot of glass on it, so just using that to kind of frame this so you can see everything underneath it. So beautiful. Custom couches here, using like multiple beds and angling things together. Again, this is like 6 different furnishings to make this, but it looks so unique. Here we have a kitchen. Fancy island retreat. A resort look. Frying up some fish. Again, custom hanging lights and all the good stuff. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy what Lilith has been able to do here. Maybe a little bit of an Argonian vibe throughout this place too. A lot of the carpets and things like that are Argonian style or from Merkmeyer. Or the totem here. A bit more of a tropical, swampy vibe. But a little bit more accessible here. Or here's a bedroom. This was one of my winners for the Beautiful Bedrooms contest. Amazing, amazing. We even have like a whole aquarium behind as a headboard. Building off of the nautical theme with it being a tropical resort, right? Or just beautiful art. Or even having like yoga mats up on the wall. You know, really clever way of going about all of this. All these amazing custom creations. So again, if you're new to housing, if you're not into housing, these are kind of the sorts of things that you can maybe aspire to do. Or maybe you can do something even more incredible. I'd like to see it, right? So we've kind of covered a lot, from in-rooms to all these amazing designs. How to get into housing today. Some of it might even be like, hey, this stool wasn't tall enough. Let's make a custom bar stool by kind of putting 2 of them together. Just simple little creative things, just like things click in your mind and you come up with an idea and it works. And then you can make something a little bit more than just having the furnishings as is. Or you can just use the furnishings as is. There's so many different ways of doing it. Okay, thank you again, Lilith. I think it looks fantastic at night. I don't know why they were so worried. It looks fantastic during the day, too. Okay, I'm going to go to Lavathi's place. They said it's, like, different that day and night. But, oh well, I'm going to get here. I always ask for them to add day-night toggles. Maybe the next update will come with it, but maybe. We'll get a new PTS cycle in the next couple weeks. So I'll maybe be able to see new housing features. I always am excited to see the new houses and the new furnishings and the new features that they add with it. They tend to make housing just easier with each update, whether it's adding different tools with the housing editor, things like that. Things that add a lot more life to houses. Like they added the character pathing, or they've added lots of house guests, things like that, that make your house feel more full. We'll see if they keep going in that direction. I hope they do. Okay, so Lavathi. I haven't toured this house before. I'll go see. They said it was better at day. I can kind of see why. It has a kind of a thank you. Eerie feeling at night here. Like, there's like all this torn down stuff, or kind of work in progress stuff. It's kind of like, oh, have they been ransacked, or is it just kind of a very busy place and everybody's sleeping right now? Well, no, they're out and about. With the torch lights. Worry about mosquitoes. Vendalaya, thank you. Super appreciate that. We'll do some extra giveaways here after this home. This was the last home I had on my list today. We'll be doing so. If you liked any of what I went through today, these are exactly the types of things I do during my weekly housing hike or during my various contests that we do. So there's more opportunities for showing off things like this. Or you can send me a mail if you want me to show off your house, maybe during one of those, or participate in one of my contests. So, and if you're brand new to ESO and you want to take a stab at it, then, you know, just start to get a couple of those, like an in-room, or like Autumn's Gate or Kragenholm, where the house can pay for itself, and, you know, work on enjoying the game and leveling up and working on your crafting so you can make more of the furnishings, or, you know, stumble across some antiquities and dig those up. Those are really kind of vibrant centerpieces for your house to start with. So, no wrong way of going about it. You'll kind of stumble across some furnishings, or you can kind of go at it however you want, and maybe take a stab at some of the contests. That would be fun to see. I always like it when somebody says, "Oh, this is my first time entering a contest." It's always fun to see what they can do. And lots of times they're some of the most amazing ones because they're thinking really creatively about it. Okay, so this is Lavathi's place. Oh, so let me just go and take in all the details here. Just making this feel really rugged. I like how Lavathi has just changed up the entirety of the texture of the ground here. This is, what house is this? Forsaken Stronghold? Yeah, normally this wouldn't have these textures on the ground at all. Using the character pathing, so we have, Hurltar, the Boaster, or we have the... it starts with a B. Barodar, the Khajiit there. Looking very fancy. And, just, they kind of feel like characters, right? So even if you don't have, friends role-playing in your house, you can kind of still have guests in your house that add motion, and they add movement, and they add interaction, and incredible just what you've been able to do with this feeling like a really busy city here, right? We have different things on display for sale, or we have those custom window boxes from Leowin. Hey, we're doing our Leowin Home Goods contest soon. Lavathi. I love Lavathi. Lavathi, always incredible. Aha, we have wanted peoples. This is funny with the bounty sheets. Or the stockade. This is a little... Oh, I didn't go to any of, the dungeons. If you're into dungeons, man, there are a lot of skeletons and creepy things that you can use for housing. I didn't really do this too much today at all. We had a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary place, but beyond that, nothing very explicit. Can explore a lot with housing. Okay, or like a fish on display here. Love how they've been able to do this. Like Solitude added a lot of fish type of food items, and it's fun to see all these. Yeah, every update adds new furnishings. It's so fun. Blackwood added a lot too. I haven't been able to craft very many of them, but at least for now, there's like the Home Goods Furnisher, or the... Oh no, oh no, what did you do, Lavathi? Lavathi trapped herself in the stockade. Oh no, oh no. I'll free you. Ow. Am I doing this right? Oh, I hit your head. Oh, no, stop. Oh. Grab the tub of margarine. You just wiggle yourself out there. So many details. I know so many details here. It's such an immersive experience. So, Lavathi does that a lot for... how they decorate, and how I've visited during a lot of my housing hikes is it's more kind of a role-playing element to this. A very, these feel like Tamrielic characters. I could imagine this being some town in Nirn somewhere, right? Where might this be? Kind of busy marketplace, maybe a bit more Khajiitified. Kind of hard to tell where this might be, but it feels like you could stumble across this just as you're adventuring, right? You're going through and you're doing some quests, and you stumble upon a city like this. If anything, this is such more densely decorated than a lot of the base game ESO places are, that it just makes it feel that much more alive. Feast for the eyes, that's right. Ba-ba-ba. That's the Elder Scrolls 6 beta map leak. Maybe. Wait, can I... Wait, where's my... Wait, I don't think I have mud balls. What can I throw at you? I don't think I have anything I can throw. I mean, this is one thing you can do, is you can slot, like, a lot of mementos and whatnot. I don't have a lot on EU unlocked, unfortunately. Oh, well, I can wish you the best. I can give you a cake. Can I shove a cake in your face? Wait, no, it'll take a while for me to be able to do that again. Oh no, bad cake placement. Oh no. I should have thought about this before. It's on a long cooldown. Looks like an eat cake in front of you. Oh no, it's out of range. I placed it badly. It's actually not accessible. Dang it. Dang it. Try this again. The wood elf known as Finadrin. Caught stealing rotten tomatoes. Bothy's always such a good sport with hikes. There we go, there we go. Some hope for you, Lavathi. I can give you a rainbow. That's about all I can give you. Let's try this again with the cake. Can I shove your face in the cake? I kind of hope I can. Ah, there we go, there we go. There we go. Okay, you have to eat your way out. If you eat that cake, you'll be free. Perfect, okay. Tormented with cake out of reach. Yeah, I guess that's what I was doing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There, I've made this better. Here, eat till you're full. Drowning in cake. Oh yeah, buckets. Oh yeah, I can do that too. Oh yeah, I can be mean. I can taunt you with some bullhorns or splash you with water. Oh no, oh no. Oh, poor Lavathi, why am I tormenting you so? Kicking you while you're down. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, and that will... I'll do it for what I had to cover today. So, and the housing is such a big thing, right? So there's so much you can do with it. You can have fun with it with your friends. You can have fun with it with guild members, or just enjoy it yourself and maybe make it a little bit more alive with the character pathing and the house guests, the mounts and pets. I mean, there's lots of mounts and pets, and you can put those on display too. So it's not just like you have to have them follow you around. You can build with those too. I mean, there's like a lot I didn't cover, but there's so much to cover with housing. So I hope this has been informative and instructive, and maybe get you hyped about housing and what you can do with it. That's kind of my goal. And that will do it. So thank you, everybody, with World Plays ESO. I hope that continues to go well with you, and there drops on for next several weeks with lots of cool featured streamers, whether they're doing PvE questing or there's other special streams with some PvP, and maybe you've seen some of these. So hope that's all going well. Let's do